Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to the Slob channel, and today is an auspicious occasion because it's the one day in the year where Internet Historian has dusted off the mantle of actually being a content creator. Yes, they may upload to the Incognito channel, and yes, we get a drip feed of content coming in from them, but today is the day we get an actual mainline Internet Historian video, which I realize the hypocrisy of me saying that since I've not uploaded to my main channel in almost 2 years. But that's... irony aside, we're going to be having some learning time today, joined by my friend Tia as well. Say hi, Tia.
Projection much over here, Jesus.
Hey.
And some very patient people over at Patreon.
This stream has been brought to you by Twitch Chat and my patron.
Fades in.
Okay, Internet Historian, do you have anything to say for where you've been?
Let me weave you a tale of a windswept night
cinematic
beyond the old Egyptian sand.
Looks quite coarse and rough.
Where the
Probably gets
water
everywhere.
was coy
Just
with
like
the
you.
shore, and the koi.
I'm coarse and rough?
Play in the
Honey. Yes,
where
you
the
self-impose.
wolves make love
AI bros will say that this is absolute cinema, by the way.
to the moon.
Ow! As a snow leopard, I find this
Stereo
deplorable.
Daddy. This is the Suez Canal. Undeniably, Egypt's most famous body.
I see what he did there. That was terrible. Undeniably. Boo! Boo, Internet Historian! Boo! You suck!
Water. Nothing bad ever happens here.
The only thing that I know about this river is that one ship that got stuck there, and although that was kind of funny, the thing that was the best about that was the fact that the internet decided to make Rule 34 about the boat. They anthropomorphized the boat and made it sexy. I
They'll
should
do
know
that
because
for
I did it.
everything. Yeah, you did.
Except
Bad
for
news
that one
is...
time.
Oh, is this actually for that boat?
Okay, so there's a.
It's either going to be that or British colonial history. Oh, yeah, that's the Evergiven. All right.
Really fast, probably. And you think that, well, the Port Authority would call
Oh,
it, and they'd be
boy.
like,
Captain, you are going way too fast.
They're just jealous of my passion for going
You know,
fast
if
through
I had something that was long and hard and full of seamen, I wouldn't back up the back door with it at all.
critical trade infrastructure.
I'd take it somewhere
Increase
relevant, like the
speed.
front entrance. Oh my god.
If you will not slow down, prepare to meet the full might of the Egyptian military.
two of Egypt's fastest fighter jets scramble on the runway. But the captain kept adding power.
This isn't right? This isn't what happened.
The people in Europe need these Chinese knockoffs of European goods.
Oh my god, he's trying to make this entertaining for the average TikTok user to find this amusing because everyone's attention span receptors have been ruined by TikTok. So he's making this far more entertaining than just oopsie. Because I'm pretty sure the way this happened, right, was they just oops, they put a bit of stick drift in there and accidentally drifted one speed too many.
And they got all sorts of technology to go like top speed.
Don't go faster, I beseech you.
Oh my god,
But
I've missed
everyone on the
Internet
crew
Story
was
videos.
loving it. Yeah, go faster. But then
Look out!
Oh
Someone
no!
left a ramp in
Oh
the
my
middle of
god.
the canal.
The only thing that could make this better is by putting deja vu in there.
Ain't afraid of nothing.
it was at this point that the captain chose
I'd
to
watch
do
this.
a wicked sick jump.
Yo, that's my captain! Yo, look at the captain handling
they
that long, hard
overshot.
ship full of seamen.
They were gonna collide with a gently sloping sandy bank.
You know, actually, I do distinctively remember reading in the news that day about the ship that gained some air and did a sick ollie. Yeah, that was like the best news I'd seen all day.
They threw on the handbrake,
Drop anchor. Brace for impact.
but it was too late.
Goofy ass.
Collision.
Man, you
Literally
know, okay, you know what Internet Story videos remind me of? It is the Naked Gun of YouTube videos. It is unapologetic satire comedy. You don't get Internet Historian videos like this from anyone else. Just like you don't get Naked Gun movies. Like, since the old Naked Gun movie, the only Naked Gun movie that's ever done Naked Gun better or as good is the new Naked Gun movie. Because no one is unapologetically autistic or uncensored enough to make this kind of stuff.
Everybody died.
I don't know. I've seen your YouTube shorts.
Ever given,
Wow.
ever taken away.
So mean, Tia. So
That'll
mean.
do. All right, see you in a year.
So this is why you don't smoke your script 5 minutes before you need to record it. This is also probably why this video's taken a 5 years to come around.
What do you mean it's not long enough?
That's what she said.
Wikipedia, ChatGPT,
Oh.
add the music.
AI
then
bros,
look
put your
back.
boners away.
A reaction GIF? That's a good one. No, this video's too good. Dial it back a little. Okay, let me start again.
Yeah, this is an
I'll
internet
do
story
the
video.
phony voice
It might be an
too.
internet story video, but it's not a incognito video.
Better. Okay, so
On the spectrum of like quality, incognito videos are like bottom tier. Then it's Makari slop reaction content. Then it's every skibbity toilet video. And then it's internet story content at the top.
here's what really happened.
Act 1. The fact this has acts, good god.
This story
This is
begins
definitely going to
in
be a
Malaysia.
Costa de Concordia thing.
Of course, you already know, but that's this one over here. And at a port named Tanjung Pelepus is the container ship known as the Ever.
Whoa, nice ship.
The last of the cargo
Holy
is loaded
ship.
onto the ship, and the captain of the ship, Krishnan Kanthaval, is there with his crew of
I'm sure this
20.
name won't be
Hello.
etched in the annals of history.
At this point, Kanthaval probably said something like, "All right, the boat's tummy is all full of cargo. We're almost ready to get going."
Yes, I'm sure he said
So
that
Evergreen,
exact
the
thing in
operating
that exact
company of the
accent
ship,
at that
would
exact
have
point in
pulled
time.
ahead and booked passage for the ship. Yes, one adult ship ticket, please.
What do you mean you're out of pepperoni? Well, get some more pepperoni. God.
Large. How many containers? Hold on.
Some.
1,
Some.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now this guy at the operating
This is why I know
company is
I'd
on
never
the
be able to
line
do a job
the
like this.
Suez
I can't
Canal
count.
Authority, and they are in charge of all of the
You
operations
can't count,
of
but
the
I can
Suez
count on
Canal.
you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for choosing Suez Waterways. You are scheduled for March 23rd. You are 922nd
God, this was
in queue.
4 years ago
All right,
already,
we've got a
Tia.
Supermax container
I just feel
coming
no,
through
I know.
on March 23rd.
No, you're rotting.
Pulling up the stats now. The Ever Given. One of the
Remember
largest
when,
container ships in the world.
Maxwell could put up a video without
Over
having an
400
existential
meters
crisis.
long, 60 meters wide.
Hey, Kari.
Only 10%
Remember?
smaller.
2014,
than the
it's
world's
only 2
largest
years ago,
aircraft
right?
Carrier.
Right? 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 Help.
See, this is why Mom doesn't fucking love you.
Able to carry over 20,000 of these shipping containers. Here's a guy and a sandwich for scale. All right,
Just
Navigational.
remember, guys, this is
Helmsman,
this is how you get all of your
Let's get
exotic
going.
Amazon
We wouldn't
delivery
want to hold up the other
devices.
ships. With a teary goodbye, the Ever Given sets sail
Yeah,
from
2014,
Malaysia
guys.
and makes
Like,
course for the Netherlands.
Kung Fu Panda only came
Let's
out
go to the map.
2 years ago.
Malaysia,
right?
and
Yeah.
you already know,
Yeah.
but the Netherlands
it
is over
totally
here.
did. Mm,
Well, it's so simple. You just go from here over to... Oh. We're blocked by Africa, sir. Should we just head back? Don't.
I've been watching some Trust Me Bro videos recently, and there was one he did on pirates and just how one of the pirates accidentally into Africa and just like, okay, so we need to go take over Portugal because we're the British, and then they inadvertently went to Africa thinking Africa was Portugal, took over a bunch of cities in Portugal, only to then be reminded this isn't Portugal, this is Africa. And then they pretended like they were doing it on purpose. Double down. Never, don't commit. Remember, when you commit various war crimes, don't ever rescind your point. If you make a mistake, double down, double dog it, act like you blew up and you don't want to know no one no more.
Don't worry, I know a shortcut. Head into that inlet. It's called the Red Sea. Captain, it's blue. I know.
They weren't that
In
smart when they
bit
made up
over
a
a
name
week,
for this.
The Ever Given cruises all the way to the Red Sea. And on the way, someone on the crew points out Djibouti
Someone better not tell them about the Black Sea, I'm just saying.
and says it aloud. Djibouti, because it's fun to say. It's a great time to be a cargo ship captain, I can tell you that.
This captain is
Captain,
kind of a
we've
bit
got another
handsy,
problem
I'm
on the
just saying.
sat-nav.
This captain keeps putting hands on his seamen like P. Diddy puts his hands on seamen.
There's more land in the way. How are we supposed to get through an obstacle like this? Should I just head back?
Put a plow on the front. Yeah, you know how like you get through snow by putting a snow plow on the front of your car? Yeah, well, simply to get through that land, you need to put on a land plow. Just plow through it.
Now, if this was 1868, Canterville would be in big trouble. But luckily, in 1869, someone happened to dig a
Nice.
big channel. Right from one side of this isthmus to the other. And filled it with water, they did.
God, it is
Which meant that
scary to
ships
think
no
that's a
longer
human
needed
creation.
to circumnavigate.
Like, have you ever like seen these like monstrous constructions and you realize that humans make this kind of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's a series run by Richard Hammond, but he does like gigantic constructions or something, and it's like the wonders of the world made by men, and just thinking how people can make this kind of stuff is ridiculous.
Yeah. Wonder what else is still fucked up.
It's nothing personal. It's a geographic thing.
That's still British
Late that
controlled.
evening, the Ever Given arrives at the Gulf of Suez. Here on the map. It's a big open
Ooh,
area
that's getting a
for
bit
ships to
tight.
park.
Man,
And there are
I'm glad
ships
that there's nothing
everywhere,
else around here that's as
sitting
tight
idle,
as that
waiting for their turn
passage.
to pass through the canal.
Unless
Yeah,
you
that's
want to find
actually
Now the
out.
helmsman is kind of driving around the area, looking for a place to park and drop.
I stare
Now,
at you.
guys, I want everybody here, Tia, to not
What?
make any jokes about blocking up passages, back door, back shots, or any other kind of sexual innuendo, okay? We are all grown-ass adults that can go through this entire video without making an anal joke, okay? Okay.
But then, something captures his
So
attention.
I should just skip the subtlety and just say
What's
plap.
that mysterious-looking ship over there? It looks abandoned. M.V. Ahmad.
Okay, this would be the point where I would absolutely give all my money in the world if instead of actually reporting on the Evergreen, he decides to go on a tangent of an AMV, an ARG, just exploring this dilapidated ship. Just completely neglect the entire story and make up a completely fabricated ghost story about the ship done entirely in pixel art like this. You remember like on Newsground when it used to have these like ARGs, these like horror games that were made in these kind of like cutout style?
Yeah.
I would like that. I would like that a lot.
Do not
Just
speak
throw
its
away the
name.
pretense.
Helmsman. Why not? Look, there's a spot. That's a handicap. They park the ship, drop anchor, and radio in to the Suez Canal Authority. Thank you for joining the queue. Typical wait time is a few hours, up to 1 business day. Why do we have to wait? Why can't we just go straight through? Because we've got rules here at the canal. A big book of them.
Which will
No
all
running,
go.
no dive bombing, and blah, blah,
I'm
blah.
sure we're
Somewhere
gonna
way down the
read
back of the
these
manual,
rules
it
to
says,
the line.
All vessels entering or leaving the canal must have a pilot. And in fact, a ship as large as yours needs 2. These pilots are employees of the Canal Authority who understand the perils of the route. Kind of like a consultant to the captain. And they stand
that
around
makes
going,
sense.
yes, go here.
I mean,
turn
anyone
coming.
with eyes would understand that, you know, piloting a giant ship down such a tight passage would require a lot of maneuvering and wiggle room. And you'd, in a lot of cases, probably have to lubricate that passage with some level of second-hand ingenuity. Makes sense. It makes sense.
Up here. Watch out for the geese.
Not the geese!
So just stand by for a while, yeah? Alright, nothing to do till this pilot arrives. Guess I'll take a little bit of me time. I'm off to my cabin, fellas. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I
And so just after
master
midnight,
Bates.
Canterville heads back to his quarters to take a nap.
You want to hear a random fact about people sleeping in when they shouldn't have? Do you know that Hitler slept in on D-Day and didn't find out about the invasion of Normandy until 4 hours after it happened because he slept in?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
quite a cozy scene, wouldn't you say? But all is not well on the Ever Given tonight. There seems to be some trouble with the weather. 2:30 a.m. Canterville wakes up.
Wakes up and finds
Outside
his
is the
entire
loud
ship
rattle of shipping containers
slammed into the
sparring with
passage.
the wind. Loud enough to capture Canterville's attention. Raro. He dashes up to the bridge.
Ruh-oh, Shaggy.
What's the status on it being really
The
windy
Amazon
outside?
type. Man, this
The
is
wind
why
is
I
up
didn't
to
get my
35
Pokemon
knots,
cards on
but the Ever
time.
Given is fine, and the anchor is keeping us held. All right, it sounds like I can head back to my quarters then. Wait, Captain. I think we need to move the ship. Yeah, those guys are getting closer and closer to us. We're surrounded by ships like the Al Nasriyah. Their anchors can't withstand the wind, and they are being dragged about. We need more buffer, or there's risk of a collision.
This is getting scarily similar to the Costa de Concordia.
Mm-hmm.
Good thinking.
And
All right.
I'm glad that
Duty
didn't
engineer,
go poorly.
Prep the engines. Aye. The ship kicks the light. The helmsman steers the Ever
Yes, because in the modern year, all captains and all pilots of ships have to report to each other by going, "Arr, Captain! Yar, arr!"
Given to
Hey, guys, why were you not allowed to watch the sexy pirate movie? Because it was rated R.
get further away from the other ships.
Raid your booty later.
This whole thing might be
Please do.
cancelled.
I'm so
Poor
touched up.
control. Although this waiting area is delightful, the weather outside is very frightful. Is passage through the canal still happening?
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Hold position.
Our ship
Your
is
pilot
gonna
is
be
wrapping
in a
up
big
and
dip.
will be on his way
I'm
to
sure
your vessel
hope this
soon.
doesn't end up with a
They're
rip.
making us wait. Captain, if we're struggling not to hit ships in this big open area, it's going to get pretty dicey when we have to navigate through a narrow channel like the Suez.
God, just this.
Yeah.
I say this every time I watch an internet story video. This style just gets me. His like mixture of just like the what looks like sloppy editing with like stock PNG things, just like stock footage. That just, it just tickles me my humor bone so much.
Yes. Although you should have said, spoiler warning.
Ad time.
Coming up next on Channel Ad Time.
Oh
Welcome
my
back
god.
to Raising Sailing.
Yeah.
I'm Sailing
ad
Man,
time.
professional traveler and
Guys,
eSIM
normally I
user.
would skip an
Finding
ad, but let's
tourists
face
to
it, this
get
video's
them
already an
huge
hour and a half
savings on an
long
eSIM
without
plan.
my reactions in it.
It ain't for the faint of heart. But if there's one thing I've learned in
So,
all my
we
years,
might as well just
when
eat
they're
the whole
traveling,
ripcord and say,
they
fuck it,
need
and watch the ads as well.
data.
I can't get an Uber. I didn't sort out my data before I left.
Got another one. Try this. First, we download the Saily app on your phone.
Be glad
then
that
we
he
choose
didn't
how much data we
look for
want
that
and
whilst
where.
he was in
Then we
Paris,
add the
otherwise they
code
would have charged him an
Internet
arm and a
Story
leg, and then
15%
taken his
off.
baguette.
And don't forget the most important part. Mwah. I just gave the phone
That was
international
not
data
putting in the
using the
slightest.
Saily app.
Thank you,
That's
Saily
these-
Man.
Okay. I don't need to expose myself for this, but Tia, please tell me you heard what I heard.
I dad sneezed there, so no, I didn't hear it. What happened?
The sound.
Back it up.
Okay, this is not going to expose me for who I am.
I
That's
just gave
not
your
true.
phone international data using the Saily app.
Thank you.
Did you hear that?
Bloop.
That is the sound of a message received from Grindr. Don't
well,
ask
that
me
is-
why I know that. Don't ask
I-
me why I know that.
Kari, you're a grown-ass woman. You're allowed to know these things. Nobody's judging you for this. However, I will judge you for this one.
I hate you so much.
Saily Man. Very cool.
So download the Saily app or scan the QR code on the screen now and use the code Internet
Man's trying to get himself some friggin'
15% off
poon
at
whilst he's
checkout.
on this thing.
It's so beautiful here in the hills of
Zach, thank you
Switzerland.
for the resub.
If only I could listen to
Thank you for the
podcasts
bitties,
in the
guys.
background.
Here comes Saily Man. Over 200 destinations, 24/7 live chat support, and no physical sim or roaming
Hey,
fees,
you want to get to
'cause
your
it's
location
just an app.
quickly? Roll down the cliff we're next to.
Could I have my phone
Not the
back, please?
kiss
At
again.
Saily, family comes first.
Can we
and
like?
data
Can somebody
comes
like
second.
come get their
Data
child,
first.
please?
They're
Whoever's
both
child
tied
this is
for
keeps
first.
kissing people's
Tonight
phones.
on Raising Sailing.
Anyone can get Saily. Dead ones.
Was
Sorry,
it
I
Grindr?
have
Bloody
a
sandwich.
boyfriend ones. Or regular.
I have a presentation in
Bezos.
15 minutes at the UN Security Council, and I didn't download the slides. Without this presentation, I'm worried they're going to nuke North Sentinel Island again.
Oh,
15
no,
minutes
not
to go when he
Sentinel
hasn't got
Island.
the slides.
I'll be the guy who started the next World War without those damn slides.
10 minutes to go when he hasn't got the slides.
History will not look kindly on me without those slides.
Oh my god.
Here comes Saley.
Stop
You
it!
have 10 gigabytes of
so
data on your phone.
annoying!
Cheaper than most phone providers.
You know what? Fuck it. The next model I get, I'm gonna get a cursed toggle that does a side head and a front-facing head at the same time.
Saley, man.
Hush, little one. I saved it.
The Saley app really saved me.
This truly was our darkest hour. But we prevailed.
Top sexiest
It's not an
Pokemon?
easy
Oh,
job.
no.
But Saley gets me through.
Saley helps you get there, but
So
is it
download the Saley
Saley
app,
view?
scan the QR code on screen, and use Internet Historian
Helps get
as
you
the
there, but
code
does it help
to
you
get
finish?
15% off at checkout. Get some damn data on your phone, why not? Ad over. Some time has passed. We're back on the bridge. There's the helmsman. Captain's gone back to his quarters. Pilots won't be here for hours.
Man, I sure hope
Then
nothing bad
suddenly,
happens that I'll
an
have the
idea.
responsibility of when the captain's not here.
The helmsman takes it upon himself to navigate a little bit of art. Tee-hee-hee, says the helmsman. As long as no one checks the nav data, this won't come back
Is
to
this
bite
actual
me
thing?
at all.
No.
A couple of hours pass. The wind dies
I wish it
down.
was.
I
just a
mean,
little.
to be fair, if I was put in charge of a ship like that at night, if no one's around to watch you committing crimes, how can you ever be accused of being a criminal? Yeah. If I want to draw a penis in the nav data and make a...
But a small one did pull up beside it.
You can't
Captain,
drift a ship,
pilots are here.
canal ship? Watch me.
Welcome aboard. Oh, hey, Captain. Yes, we're running late. Where's the helm? We don't know what the pilots' names are, so we're just going to go with blue and red. Okay, I think we should move ahead at about 14 kilometers. That's right. Ahead. 14 kilometers per hour.
Man, not getting the captain to do
The
captain
Ever
things
Given
is
joins
surely
a
not going to end
convoy of
poorly.
ships taking position at the entrance to the canal.
It's like lining up to
Convoy,
go onto
checking
a ride at Disney.
Ready.
Actually, when you think about it, waiting 5 hours to go into the canal, that is basically going to a ride in Disney.
Wait.
With the 5-hour wait time.
I'll do you one worse. I'll do you one worse.
DMV?
No, worse than that. This is again, you got to remember, this is when Egypt was a British territory. The queue system is still here.
All right, everybody. We want to be alert. Stay focused. Yeah, Captain. I'll follow the other ships. I'll try not to get lost. Hold on, helmsman. And the audience. This is a much more perilous journey than you might know.
My God,
What?
that's a
big
Deadpool
straight
fourth wall
line.
break. I've been
It is
thoroughly immersed.
193 kilometers of narrow waterway. And I hope you've got some stamina, because it takes...
For context, by the way, in England, 193 kilometers is the same distance from where I live now to London.
To the moon. Oh.
Shut up, Tia. Oh my God. Stop instilling your chaos. This is why this video is going to be 2.5 hours long.
What do you mean? You could have ignored it and just carried on.
I have ADHD. I can't ignore anything.
12 hours.
That's
to
it.
traverse.
Ruin the joke. We're carrying
That's a
on.
full-day trip. Some parts are only 24 meters deep. Oh, that's very shallow.
Just like your canal.
And only 200
Yeah, because
meters
I've not
wide
sex
in some
fucking
parts.
7 years.
That's very narrow. I've seen McDonald's drive-thrus with more clearance. And you certainly wouldn't want to have an accident, would you? Because 12% of the entire world's sea freight passes through here.
Maybe.
If you locked it,
Hey, you
the
know, if America has taught us anything, making intersections and laybys and unnecessary interchanges is a thing. Could they not have made a second channel? Think about it. If you have, okay, let's do some quick math here. No. Let's do some quick math. If they're getting the traffic through and there's a 5-hour delay and it takes 12 hours to get through there, if they opened up a second channel to let double the traffic through, there wouldn't be a delay, more traffic would go through, and you'd have more money being made because of how much more effectively the channel is being traveled.
Once again, hold on, I need to point out, it's British. When was the last time the M1 construction was ever completed?
Consequences.
You know
would
I'm
be
right.
Humongous. No pressure, though. Oh, I see. Oh, don't mind him. He gives that speech to everybody. Ahead, 14 kilometers per hour. Yes, pilot. 14 kilometers. Steady on. So
Because
into the canal,
in the grand scheme of things, not
As
having
they
the most
cruise, the wind
experienced
swirled back
pilot at
onto
the
the
helm
sea.
at the most
No longer
challenging
buffered by
part
miles
of,
of open water.
of a journey has never gone wrong before. I'm sure that would never titanically cause problems or cost de Concordia much money at all for this crew.
Or SS Morrow Castle.
The sand and dust can blow about with abandon. Low visibility. Strong winds jostle the ship. Grit pelts the bow.
I have to say though, like, this
The
is actually
Ever-Given
really well
steams
animated.
ahead
It
at
might
about
be a
the
bunch of
pace of
stock
a fast
assets, but this
jog.
is so well animated.
And there's no real build-up here, to be honest. Things go awry almost immediately.
It's like gaslighting in literal form. It's like that Tropic Thunder meme. You're the animation trying to look like a good animation, pretending to be a bad animation that ends up looking like a good animation.
How are you coping with the wind? It's manageable. All right, well, the wind is definitely pushing us to the left-hand side. Yes, just
So
try
then
to keep it as
they
centered as you
correct
can.
themselves, and they
Adjusting.
overcorrect, and boom.
These winds are quite something. Do you think we should have insisted they postpone?
It doesn't help that
Pilots don't seem worried.
they hadn't
They know
dredged
this
the
water
canal
better than
properly
anyone.
in
The angle
like
of the wind
5
is
years.
particularly-
Yeah,
either
like,
at this point.
There are so many points of failure in this, and what we learned from Costa de Concordia, other than the fact that captains are usually a bunch of conniving, misogynist, escapist pieces of shit that will dump the responsibility on anyone other than themselves, but usually it's not always the captain's fault. Usually it's a mixture of everything.
Particularly nasty, catching the enormous surface
Bureaucracy.
area of the ship and constantly nudging it off course.
Overloaded,
you're still too
not
far
enough
to the left.
visibility,
You gotta get back to
environmental
the center.
problems,
Yeah,
rushed
yeah, I'm trying.
captains,
Adjusting.
not enough, not
The
enough.
helmsman keeps changing the trajectory of the ship.
No, Kari, we're
he
talking
cannot
about a
seem to
cargo
stay
ship
in
in
the
the Suez
center.
Canal, not content
Come on,
creation.
helmsman. We're still not centered.
Okay,
I know, it's the
now
wind.
we're talking about this.
No matter what they do, they can't seem to get away from the left bank. The wind foils their every counter-maneuver. This is not as manageable as I thought it would be. Is it going to be like this the whole way? Don't worry, this is really common. It won't be the whole trip. No. The problem is we're going too slow.
More
Red pilot
speed!
takes the initiative. If we speed up, we can push through the wind. Accelerate to 22 kilometers an hour. Somewhat reluctantly, the helmsman obliges.
Yes, more power, less control.
22
Sounds like a great
kilometers
idea.
per hour.
Engines engage, and the ship speeds up. Captain, going this fast in heavy winds is needlessly reckless. There are protocols for this sort of thing.
All right, Gene, it's a bit...
So this is a Costa de Concordia moment where they have, for no apparent reason, they have the inexperienced person at the helm, and the captain's just negligent. They could have had the captain take in charge, but the captain's like, nah, it's fine. He'll just pull a Yui if we fuck this up.
windy. Relax. This must happen
Floor
all
it!
the time.
Quickly,
the red pilot was
pedal
right.
to the metal!
The increased
Full
speed helps
power!
them to fight through the wind and get
I'm
away
going
from
as
the
fast as I
left-hand bank.
can. It takes 20
However, they
miles
can't
to
seem
turn
keep the
around.
ship in the
Ah!
very center. Helmsman, you're aimed too severely to the right-hand bank now. We need a bit of leadership here. Don't worry, I know what to do. Turn left. Adjusting. The pilot's giving steering instructions now. Captain, is he supposed to do that? Captain, the pilot is not here to give steering orders. You should say something.
I could still
The
be
ship
in
is
bed
now
right now.
consistently snaking left and right and left and right. Turn to the right. So they turn to the right.
But then they end up too far to
This feels like what my bike test was like. Like, give it a bit of left stick. Give it a bit of left stick. Now a bit of right stick. Now go faster. Faster, damn you. Faster! You crashed. Why did you crash? I don't know. Maybe because your tongue was fucking my ear.
the right.
Yeah, but you
You're too
like
close
that.
to the right bank now. Turn to the left. Yes, I agree. Turn to the left. Look,
Left,
this
right,
is all
left,
a bit
right. You
tense.
shake it all
And we
about.
both
You're
know
doing the
where this
hokey
is
cokey now. You're stranded in the canal. That's what $1 billion is all about. Oh, the Costa de Concordia. Oh, the Evergreen. You kind of fucked up, and the world has to suffer for it.
It's gonna crash. Let's just enjoy it. Oh, wow. There it is. A gently sloping,
Why is
sandy...
the internet historian that guy from June?
Red Pilot, we're just consultants. This isn't our job to steer the ship. You're micromanaging. We should only be giving general navigation advice. We're getting too close to the left bank. I can't keep it centered.
This poor guy. He's not even supposed to be piloting right now. What is this guy doing? Why? Like, is this like escape by omission? Like, he wasn't actually touching the wheel, so it's never gonna be his fault. Like, 30 degrees of separation.
To slow this ship down. If we slow down, the wind will push us into the bank. What do I do? Reduce the speed. The two pilots begin bickering. And not just bickering normally. They're bickering in Arabic.
Yeah, well, your mother's
Arabic.
the harlot. Well, your mother's my
Campbell's crew
harlot. Your
doesn't
mum's
speak
my
Arabic.
mum. What?
What the hell are they saying? I don't
They're
know.
bickering.
Neither
Oh,
do
no.
I. Does anyone here speak Arabic?
You know who speaks Arabic? That bank looks like it speaks Arabic. Maybe you should go ask it a question.
The Ever Given has reached its target speed of 22 kilometers an hour, but they're taking wider and wider turns and can't seem to get anywhere near
Wiggle,
the
wiggle.
center of the lane.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
And the two pilots, they're still fighting. Captain? Captain! Pilots! Captain! The Ever Given
Makari!
then reaches an extreme,
Pilot, captain, pilot, Makari!
unrecoverable angle, pointing acutely to the right.
Dude!
Straight for the bank.
Now speed this footage up and put initial D to it. Gas, 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 I'm gonna step on the gas tonight, Britta! Or like the actual like You wanna see things that are doing drifts that really shouldn't be doing drifts? You know, this was giving me immense vibes of things doing drifts that really shouldn't be doing drifts, all the while when you play Initial D to them, make them infinitely more epic. Look, if a goddamn locomotive can do it, why can't this boat, huh? Scientists, explain to me this. Explain to me why a train on ice can do UEs and Initial D drifting, but a boat in water which it's meant to be in can't do a bit of drifting, huh?
We need to turn left. Now. Hard left.
No!
Hard to the left.
At this point, you're so fucked. Just fucking belt it. Commit to the bit. You know you're going to the wall. Full power, full right stick to give that bank a good seeing to. You know you're going into it. Fucking commit to it.
Hard to the left.
And this is why Kari will
rudder
never
turns.
captain this ship again.
But the ship doesn't turn with it.
Look, if you're gonna
Instead,
fail, at least
it
fail
slides.
spectacularly, okay?
Didn't I tell you to turn left? Why aren't we turning? I am turning to the left,
Because
Captain.
you've gone past
the ship's
the
not
zenith
responding.
of failure.
I knew this would happen. It's your fault. The helmsman loses his ability to steer. The ship has gone out of control.
Because here's the thing, and here's my limited knowledge of like, this is me converting my aeronautics knowledge into boat nautics, whatever the aquanautics.
Look, you're looking for hydrodynamics versus aerodynamics.
Hydrodynamics. There comes a point. So when you are going really fast, the faster you go forwards, the easier it is to penetrate through the water, right? Because you're going faster. But the second you start turning, all of that
Also not true.
water that's coming your way means it's going to be much harder to readdress that direction.
Also, this reminds me, I have a thing for you.
It's why there's like a butter zone. Too little power, and you're gonna find it hard to steer. Too much power, you're gonna find it hard to steer. Anyway. You have a thing for me?
I do.
Wait, who's that waifu? Who's that waifu? Gotcha game?
Canterville finally steps forward. Enough! Helmsman, center the rudder. Reduce speed. Rudder center.
Oh, finally, now he kicks in.
But it's too late.
There you go.
Canterville did not intervene
You want this?
in time.
I'll take a look at that later.
Shit.
And so you bunged up the canal. Damn, those Romans never knew what hit them.
The crew can feel the vibration through the floor as the bow meets the bank.
Oops. I'm sure insurance will cover it.
One pig.
That bow,
only.
raised 6 meters, slides into the bank with ease. Like a hot pencil through pudding.
Like a what?
Meanwhile, the rear of the ship is pulled into the opposite bank. The bridge shakes and the
You've
crew
wedged
lurches
it.
forward as 300,000
the,
tons of momentum is
controller down
reduced
the
to
side of the
zero
couch.
in the span of a couple of seconds. We've run
Oh,
aground,
no, my
we've run
Pokemon
aground,
cards.
cut your engines. Canterville yells out on the radio, because don't forget, these ships are running as a convoy, which means that the ships behind them have just seen what's happened, and they all have to slam on the brakes.
You know, there are so many points in this where you could think about how this could have gone so much better. If their ship had been the last in the convoy, this probably wouldn't have happened. You know, but they had to be the ones in front. They had to be the fall guy. They had to be the one that had to be the world's worst bollocks.
A couple of ships back, the Asia Ruby 3 suffers an engine malfunction, and it cannot stop as quickly as it intends to, and nearly plows into the back of the Maersk Denver. They manage to stop themselves just in time and prevent running aground as well. Pan back to the Ever Given. Let us look at it from above.
The Ever
It is
Shriven.
diagonally wedged across the
Ever
entire
given too much
canal.
into this bank.
An unplanned bridge connecting 2 continents. A ship collision of such magnitude, there's almost
you gotta
nothing
think
to
about being the
compare
guy
it
who
to.
did it, right?
Maybe
Like, imagine being the pilot who was like, this isn't even
9/11.
my
Oh,
ship.
okay,
I was a
Google it.
subordinate. Why was I put in
Hold
charge
off
of this?
on the dramatic sound
Captain,
effects.
why?
Yeah.
There's no need to panic
You'll
just
never
yet.
work in this
So the
industry
car
again.
tire
Except
stuck
you
in the
will,
mud.
because
We simply reverse.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, what we learned from the Costa de Concordia is even when you make catastrophic errors that cost the world trillions of dollars, you should lose your license. And he shouldn't, because it should be the captain loses, but he's not. He's probably going to still be piloting after this. He's probably going to get sent to prison, even though it shouldn't have been him piloting to begin with.
Full
And the thing is, he wasn't even doing anything
That
necessarily that wrong. It was the fucking douchebag McDouchebag and douchebag McGibbag and the Captain McShitbag over there that should have taken more responsibility. And yet they'll dump all the responsibility on him.
Propellers
Can't wait
at the
for this
back
to
of
be
the
a
ship
3-hour
whiz
special.
to little effect. Locked in place by the sand.
Who needs
We didn't move.
primetime documentaries when
Merely
you've
a
got
run-up.
YouTube videos by
Crash
random
astern.
internet celebrities?
That's the most dramatic version of full astern, ramping up to full thrust as quickly as possible.
So, okay, did they ever think about going forwards even harder to loosen up the gravel, then pull back more
no,
to give them more room?
No, because it's literally the nose of the ship is buried meters in the
Yeah,
sand.
but like if they would have pushed forwards more, it would have condensed the dirt in front of them. It would have given them more to reverse from.
No, because it's all concrete lined. There's nowhere else to move.
No, stop it. No sound effect just yet. We still have one
That's why
more
it needed to
option.
be dredged, is because the
Start
whole thing
up
is
the bow
reinforced.
thrusters.
I don't know,
They're the
maybe they should have
jets
put
at the
me in
front of
charge
the
of this
ship. They
ship,
give a little
because I'm
bit of-
really good at handling things that are long and hard and full of semen. Oh, come on, guys! You all knew it was coming at some point.
Like you.
Crash astern, full thrusters. No effect, sir.
Damn, I can't believe these guys effed up so much. These guys were terrible. I would have done so much better.
Now, we don't have the transcript from here, so we'll just presume that at the
just-
time, Canterville said something very quirky and millennial.
I would have handled this far better.
So that just happened.
Armchair
But what we
warrior
do
over
know
here.
is that he and the pilots then jumped on the radio and got in contact with the Port Authority.
Yes. Now
We've got something
now
to
the
tell-
question is, whose who's going to dob in the other first? Who's going to roach out? Who's going to be the one to be like, it wasn't me, Captain. You see this guy in the blue hat and the captain, the pilot? Yeah, it wasn't the captain. It wasn't me, the red hat. No, I had nothing to do with this. I wasn't even on the thing at this point. Yeah, we kind of pranged it a little bit, but it wasn't me. It was the blue hat and the pilot and the captain. And the captain's like, no, I was sleeping, dude. It was the pilot and the blue hat. And the blue hat's like, well, I wasn't here because I was too busy fucking your mom.
Tell you, Ed, you gotta promise not to get mad. Shut up. Look, listen. We're gonna need a tugboat. We are run aground.
Red hat
the helmsman
pranged
takes
the
a turn at
car.
being millennial.
There are other ships right behind me, aren't there? Uh-huh.
Wow,
And
embarrassing.
they will, as the queue of container ships piling
Man,
up
that would've
behind
been
them
so
got
embarrassing.
longer and longer.
It's like when you're in a car and you can't park. You know, anyone who owns a car or anyone who owns like a motorized vehicle, you know, it's there is like certain levels of embarrassment. There's going to a family's wedding and wearing the wrong outfit. There's not being able to handle a certain spice in front of your friends. There's puking because you drank too much at a party. And then there's being unable to park and spending more than 3 attempts trying to park in one spot levels of embarrassment. That's this, but on crack.
Make that 2 tugboats.
So what
Seinfeld.
happened here exactly?
Wait.
And who
Wait, hold
is
on. I have a
in
thing for
big,
that.
big
Hold on, play it
trouble?
again.
Let's take the guess game. Who is to blame here? Because I'm gonna say it's about 25% this guy, 25% this guy, 25% this guy, 5% this guy, and then 20% miscellaneous.
Explainer time. There are 3 main causes to why
Tia,
the ship
you know what? You're
crashed.
absolutely right. It is 100% Tia's fault. Tia, I can't believe you pranged the boat like that. Unbelievable. You should have really asked my help.
Let's start with the wind. The captain could have very easily said, guys, the wind is far too severe. Let's postpone. But he
so
didn't.
we
However, the blame's
captain
not all
is
on
what
Canthavel.
in the business
The 2
known as
pilots
having
could
a
have also
limp
said,
dick moment.
Let's just follow
No
protocol.
authoritative.
By radio
Man was too busy thinking about if he asserts himself, he'll get pegged by his wife again.
into HQ and saying,
Yeah, the
"Yes,
helmsman
get us
really
2
didn't do much
tugboats,
wrong."
please." With 1 on each side at the front, they would have had far more stability and control. And they wouldn't need to erratically fight about with the wind to stay in the middle of the lane. Second cause, the speed of the ship. Now, it was the red pilot who told the helmsman, accelerate the ship to 22 kilometers per hour. But when he did that, they were already driving at the speed limit for their weight class, 14 kilometers per hour. And telling
Speed
the
is
helmsman
good
to
when
go
you've not got
beyond
any
that
obstructions.
meant that they are technically breaking the rules. And while I
You know
agree-
what? I love rule breakers. Never mind. I love the red hat. They're my favorite. I hope nothing bad happens to them. Rip F pepperoni. I hope you get better.
that some rules are made to be broken. Going this fast in a very large ship in a comparatively small canal causes a whole bunch of problems to do with fluid dynamics.
That's what I was talking about earlier. If you go, the faster you go in a boat, the harder it's going to be to maneuver it.
Problems. Huge.
So you fluid dynamics.
5 fun physics phenomena.
No, I don't know the physics, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. But what I will say is this. Speeding up causes something approximating oversteer. The
Yeah.
ship becomes all slidey. I'm just going to turn a little bit to the left, but instead you go a lot to the left. I'll just turn right a little bit, but instead you turn to the right a lot.
You could say this was a perfect storm of evergreen, evergreen problems. Yeah, I made a joke.
Remember how the cheerful navigator was like, "Come on, guys, we have to get back to the center
Shut
of
up,
the
Tia, stop
lane."
sniding me.
Well, they can't, because every time they try to direct back to the center, the speed and the oversteer means they overshoot it. One more effect of going very fast.
I will sneeze. Wait for it.
Dad.
Oh
That's
god,
me.
Look at
that's
this
something
animation
that happens
side
to
on.
me so often. I go
Water
outside and I
pressure
sneeze because I'm
effects
photosensitive.
cause the ship to tilt. At this speed, the
What?
front is raised 6
Yeah, no, you
meters.
don't have that happen to you.
No.
So if you're photosensitive and you go from a dark place into a light place, because you squint and the light is causing your eyes to react in a way, you sneeze. It happens to me all the time.
My dad sneezed hard enough as is. I don't need further triggers.
You know what, chat? You don't understand pain until you know what a sunlight sneeze is.
Is higher than usual, which means when they collide with the bank,
You don't know pain until
combined
you
with the
sneeze
high
so hard you
velocity,
fucking
they
smack your head on
really
the
wedge
desk.
themselves in.
I smack my head on the
But we
desk on a
can't just
day-by-day
blame
basis because
everything
my
on the
chatters make me
physicists,
absolutely
because
mad
there's a
with
third
fury.
main cause: poor communication. English is the official language of pretty much every port. However, the pilots start arguing with each other in Arabic, which is not just unprofessional, but excludes all of the rest of the crew from what's being discussed. And all of these competing voices make for chaos on the bridge. But the blame is not all on the
The fucking
co-pilots
little
either.
Stimpy.
The captain is always in charge. He has the ultimate authority. Decisions start and end with him. So the captain should have intervened and said something
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say, like, this is why I said that it's about 20% his fault, because he was very apathetic.
"Shut up, everybody."
Oh, Chad!
But he doesn't. He stands there quite passively throughout. By the time he does step in, it's too late.
And now you've got a very
Now that
fancy
everything's been
river
laid out,
ornament.
who would you say is at fault for the crash of the Ever Given? The helmsman?
Your mom.
Blue pilot? The red pilot? Canthaville?
God. God was to blame. Damn you, God, for plugging up the canal! If only you would have intervened. Damn you for making high winds that day. Oh, if only we would have sacrificed more goats to the heavens. Oh, it's all our fault. You know what? It's not even God's fault. It's our fault. We were not giving tribute enough, clearly.
This is what I shout whenever I have an IBS attack.
Society, that's who.
Okay, well, I was joking, but sure, why not?
You and me. And I think you should apologize.
Yeah, apologize, chat. I knew it. I knew it. Chat, and you would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you and your meddling tier 3 subs.
Alrighty. So we have something 3.5 times the size of the Titanic, choking the world's largest freighting canal like a greedy seagull throating a glue stick. Good start. And they didn't get very...
Oh my god, that is visceral. That is vivid. I did not, like, it's... I mean, there probably could have been another metaphor made there, like, I don't know, hamster deep-throating the water dispenser, I guess, but hey.
Far through the canal itself. About
I didn't know Nav walked
5%
in.
of the progress bar. But if we scroll up for a second, we can see what landmarks they missed out on. The Great Bitter Lake, named so because the water there is very salty instead of fresh. Then up a 2-lane bit and over to Timsah Lake, named so because Timsah is the Arabic word for crocodile, because there used to be crocodiles in there.
God blimey!
Otherwise,
I wonder if Steve Irwin went there.
Pretty much zip
Probably.
right through to the Mediterranean. That would have been very nice.
Oh, they have a passing lane.
Now we go back a bit to Timsah Lake, and here you'll find the city of Ismailia. And at its port, see this building? This
Ismailia. Well, at this point, after this crash, they would have been lonelier because no boats were passing through. Get it? Get it?
is the Suez Canal Authority. Inside, Captain El Said, head of Navigational Control, is just settling in for the day. As he sits down to his desk, Captain, you're gonna want to see this. The video feed pulls up.
Oh, no. See, they weren't upset. Like, the problem here was they weren't upset because the crash happened. They were upset because the internet was going to laugh at them. I guarantee you, if TikTok didn't exist, if the news articles would never have heard of this, they would have been like, just brush it under the carpet, brush it on the carpet. If no one hears about this, if no one knows about it, just shush it. Guys, if we all, like, we gotta pretend like, it's like when an unwanted auntie comes to your house and you all hide on the landing to pretend like you're not home. It's like that, but with the media. Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, think about it. You want to pretend like the media aren't there so they don't cover your embarrassing story. They're just all very, it's like egg on their face. They didn't want to get caught with their pants down. I know I wouldn't want to get caught with my pants down.
That's not
Not
true.
in public. Actually, no, that's also... shut up!
Line 1. We're stuck. We'd like to request a tugboat.
I'll give you
Stuck
wait.
where? You know that single lane area pretty close to the entrance? There. Now, had this happened in one of the 2-lane sections, they could have kept the traffic flowing. But alas...
Literally a perfect storm of
So you're
shiz.
blocking all the traffic?
Quite literally.
Mr. Al Said, we already promised we wouldn't get...
You know when you get into a taxi and they put the meter on and it's like dollars per minute for your travel? When this boat blocked up the river, it was trillions of dollars per second for plugging up the canal.
Get mad. Fine.
I gotta see how bad it is in person. Al Said
But you gotta
snatches his
think,
keys off his desk.
for
and
every
he races
1 second this boat was stuck in that canal, it was quite literally costing the world the equivalent of an entire person's lifetime salary.
Also,
per
taxi,
second.
don't you mean proto Uber?
Yes.
down to his car, rushing to the scene.
He gets out and casts his eyes upon the ship.
My God. Towering over him is a structure the width and breadth of the world's largest wall.
That would have been something immensely interesting to have seen.
Oh.
You know, it would have been so wild to have seen that in person. It's like, you remember when we watched the Costa de Concordia video and you saw the footage of the ship? Like, abandoned ships and these mega ships are absurd to look at.
Yes, they are.
Walmart. Except it is
Hubris.
also 15 stories tall.
Jesus.
The bow, raised 6 meters higher than normal, is jammed into one side. Like an unwitting finger in a Chinese finger trap that somebody filled with Gorilla Glue in its prom tomorrow. And the ass.
Like a Chinese finger trap that somebody filled with Gorilla Glue in its prom tomorrow, or the finger that you stuck in my hair because you thought touching a slime girl's forehead would be funny and hee-hoo, then you realize that they're viscous and your finger sunk in and now you're not getting your finger back.
Of the ship, firmly
used my fist
squatting
last
aground on the other side. At the middle of the ship, making bended metal groans as it's barely
no!
suspended.
Someone in my chat found out this was my plan the whole time. You're right, yes. The Evergreen getting stuck in the canal was all my grand master plan to stop scalpers getting a hold of their Pokemon cards. You're absolutely goddamn right. My plan is foiled. You're a genius.
By only a few meters of water. El Said lets the sand run through his fingers.
At this point, another important person arrives on the scene.
It's
Admiral
not always my
Ravi.
fault! Stop
He is the
gaslighting
Suez
me!
Canal Authority
That's
chairman, the big boss of the whole canal. Here's the rough structure of the organization. He's all the way up here, right?
Why does he look like the soul has been sucked from his body? Like, his face looks generally quite pleasant, but his eyes have this, like, gormless, sunk-in expression, like somebody sucked the... Makari, were you doing this? Makari, we told you, stop sucking the souls out of people in important job roles. There needs to be infrastructure left in society. God damn it.
Right?
Oh, no.
So high up that he reports directly to the Pharaoh of Egypt himself.
Yep, that's one blocked canal.
No, Mr. President. He didn't say blocked. Shut up. He said that canal rocked. He's giving it a 5-star review.
Come on, follow me to the bridge.
Al Said and Rabi
So
board
now
the
the
ship.
gaslighting
And
begins.
it's a hell
How
of a
much can we
scene.
gaslight everyone
The
into
crew is
thinking that
racing
isn't an
around.
issue
Oh
until
God, they're
they
gonna check the
realize?
nav data. They're gonna see the
Gaslighting isn't
dictate.
real.
Oh God. Canthaville's standing back, taking a panicked phone call with the operating company. Okay, so 2 pilots walk into a ship, and the first one says,
Why would you lie
And
to
the
them
2
about this?
pilots from
You
before
know that's
are
not
still
real.
bickering. All right, you 2 are dismissed. Canthaville.
oh God, this is the end of my career. This is gonna...
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Fancy you being here. What brings you to this fight? Yo, hi there, CEO of the entire canal that we're blocking up. What a coincidence seeing you here. What brings you to this finally, definitely not lodged in the side of the canal boat? Oh, do you want a cup of tea? Do you want to come down and have a little talk about the weather? Yeah, we were just parking up, you know? One of the crew members was getting a bit motion sick from the trip. We just pulled over to let them out so they could puke a little bit. Yeah, we'll get going real soon. We're not stuck. Who said we're stuck? Did anyone say we're stuck?
Cost $1 billion.
Al Said puts his
Right, let me
hand
hard
on
reset her.
Canthaville's shoulder. Do not worry, my friend. We shall solve this.
Come on, Captain. What's the status? Well, the ship isn't floating. Yeah. No, what I mean is the situation is worse than you think. It's the way we're pitched up on the shore. The weight distribution is all wrong. We're like a raised bridge, but we don't have any of the support underneath. The middle of the ship could bend under its own weight and tear.
Yep.
So it could sink?
Yeah.
That would shut down the whole canal for months.
Are we taking on water? No, I've had the engineers check the hull. We can't see water making ingress anywhere. Yet. The best way to get free and the best way to prevent the ship from potentially sinking.
You want to know the really sad thing, by the way? This screams Titanic, because the thing about Titanic is it wasn't even necessarily the fault of the people piloting the ship. The problem was the way they were traveling. They knew there were ice fields, and they'd even been told that there were ice fields in that direction, which the navigator and the captain of the Titanic all chose to ignore, because the shipping lanes that the Titanic was traveling were really busy. Just within 100 miles of the Titanic when it sank, there were 90 other vessels taking the same trip, but they all avoided the ice field. The Titanic was the only one that didn't. That's a buffer. Thank you for the resub.
Is to lighten the load. We need to get rid of at least, I don't know, like 20,000 tons. How quickly do you think your crew can offload containers? No. Look how high those boxes are stacked. To offload these containers is going to require specialist equipment. The kind you'd only find at a dedicated port. We're not going to be able to offload these containers.
Okay, but what if you just, like, shove them off the top? Like, so long as they're not on the boat anymore. Yeah, sure, they may crash and burst and break, but better that than, you know. Okay, it's like that sunk cost fallacy. You've already cost the world $1 million at this point. Do you want to cost the world $1 trillion or $1 billion? Because if you shove stuff off the boat, it's going to cost you $1 billion. But if you keep it on the boat and cause your boat to get fucked up, it's going to be $1 trillion because you're stuck there. The lesser of two evils.
Containers out here in the middle of nowhere. All right, well, it's the easiest, most brute force solution you can think of. The ballast tanks. Yeah, go on. We've got nearly 10,000 tons of ballast water on board. We can dump that right now and relieve some pressure.
Excellent idea. I'll get started.
No, you can't do that. Well, why not? Allow me to explain.
You see, we're a ship.
I love how, like, Internet Historian has taken on this persona of somebody who's, like, fallen off. Fucking...
All right, well, it's the easiest, most brute force solution you can think of. The ballast 10,000 tons.
Excellent idea.
Like, this is what happens. Like, this is why we haven't had an Internet Historian video for almost a year now. Because he spent the entire time playing Fortnite, eating Cheetos, and living the life of somebody who struck it rich, got big, pretended like he didn't know anyone, and now has the body of the average VTuber pretending they're not really a human.
With more than just water.
It's a big, dilute, salty soup of algae, plant material, and even sometimes small fish. Pick that up in Malaysia, and then just dump that at the next port.
You're introducing these stowaway pest species into the environment. Some examples of these invasive species
but if you don't do this, they're going to get into the water anyway when the ship vivisects itself.
The Northern Pacific Sea Star. The European green crab.
Maybe they're just going to be like the immigrants in Paris.
Cholera.
Maybe they'll just adapt to the society.
So you have to treat the water before you discharge it, usually through heat or chemicals. And the key there is that it also requires time and access to one of these treatment machines. And we're not at a port. It's going to take much longer than usual. But let me get onto the line with the guys at Ismailia. We probably have a portable water treatment machine somewhere. Al Said turns and looks out the window. Coming down the canal are 2 tugboats, the ones that they ordered earlier. Look, we might not even be that deeply wedged in. These 2 tugboats might be all we need.
Yeah, but what's going to happen when they decide to tug on this thing and they realize they're going to snap the tip off of it like somebody giving a circumcision?
Yes.
Why would you do
Tugboats. This is the Mosaid 2.
Why? Why for a circumcision? Why? Oh my god, Tia, that's disgusting! Ah! God, as if my pussy wasn't dry enough as it was. Now it's a fucking Sahara desert.
And the Mosaid 3. These 2 little guys are able to pull around this massive cargo ship, comparable in size to
You know what,
the
Tia? Unseamans your ship.
Muzzle
On go the ties.
Swear to God, I'm about to muzzle tough you off this fucking boat.
Line secure. All fast. Engine ready. Ready to pull. Canterville looks
Why is it
nervous.
that when you're on your stream, you act like a sensible person? Is it because I'm a bad influence, Tia? Do you act this way around me because I enable you to be more degenerate and more, like, unhinged than normal?
No. Usually, I don't do shenanigans on my stream because at the end of the day...
I think you should. I think you should. I think Tia's funny when they do shenanigans. Guys, one's in the chat if Tia's funny when they do shenanigans.
Said.
Meh.
Commence pull. Slow ahead. The polyethylene ropes whine as they're pulled taut from the water. The tugboats lightly draw against the ship, testing for
Tia's
resistance. All right, a little more.
Oh, shut up.
More. More. Full power. Nothing. Not an inch.
In the words of a very wise person, you're going to need a bigger boat.
Of difference. All right, stop engines. Be on standby. This isn't
That
going to
you
work.
would really need
With
to have
just
like
2
some
tugboats,
one.
we
I
do
mean,
not have the
you know,
pull for-
I'm just okay. So let me lay this out for you, right? So I could have solved this easily. So here's your canal.
Oh god, here we go again.
Here's your ship that's buggered, right? Why don't they just get one of the boats behind it to do a little nudge, you know, get the boat back here to be like whoop, whoop, and then just like nudge it upwards? That would have made so much sense and definitely not have caused catastrophic damage in hull integrity to the ship.
I'm so glad that you didn't join the Navy.
For a ship this massive.
Well, I mean,
told you that.
yeah. Well, there was a reason I was going to the Royal Air Force. When I was in the Air Force, when I was in the Air Cadets, when I was going into the Air Force, the RAF and the Army would make fun of each other. You know, the Army would shit talk the RAF, the RAF would shit talk the Army, but we would
Inter-service
both
rivalry is
shit
a
talk
thing,
the
yeah.
Navy. Anytime the Navy cadets turned up, you know, the Army cadets and the Navy and the Air cadets, we'd be squabbling with each other. But the second the Navy cadets turned up, we'd all stop squabbling with each other and all laugh and point at the Navy cadets with their funny marching.
Deeply grounded. It's also low tide. That's not helping. Wind's high tide. Early afternoon, in a couple of hours. All right, that buys us some time. How soon do you think you can get a dredger out here? Let me find out for you. Please hold. The dredgers can remove the sand below the waterline that's all built up around the ship. Hi again. They say it'll take a day, maybe 2. All right, tell them to hurry. A day or 2? I'd better update my boss. Let him know it's not gonna be a quick fix. I should call my wife as well.
Imagine having to phone your boss and say, yeah, we pranked it a little bit.
Hey, what about excavators? Oh yeah, how many we got? Right now? No, for my birthday. Yeah, now.
I love that almost
One.
like he's obviously like actually reciting information about the whole thing, but I love how much of a satirical jab Internet Historian puts into this in sort of like a bit of a sitcom kind of fashion. It's actually like, this is how you make a documentary be entertaining for people like you and me who have an attention span of that of a sponge.
One guy.
One? Where
There's
are the
only
others?
one excavator
they're at the
on standby
excavator
for the
convention
whole
down the
canal.
road.
Well, it's just post-COVID. Everyone's been excavating from home. Patch me through. There really was just one guy, by the way. It's local contractor Abdullah. So he picks up the
Excavating
phone.
from home.
Mushy mushy. There's been a big accident at the canal, Abdullah. There's sand and dirt everywhere. I need your help. Just send me the deets.
Money, thank you, Lava Tiger.
Abdullah jumps in his truck and heads to the scene. And when he
These animations get me every time.
pulls up, Gott in Himmel. He sees the massive Ever Given wedged into the canal. Abdullah locks himself into his excavator and gets to work on the most important
I'm sure
task
this'll help.
he's ever done digged.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there really was just one guy. What the Oh my god.
Back on the bridge. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully home soon. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, what a
love you too.
unit.
Okay, bye.
The absolute
Whew,
mountain
the
of
boss was
tasks he
not
had, and he
happy.
committed to it.
Hey, before you said you
He
needed
knew he
me.
wasn't
Why
going to
did he
make a
speak-
difference, but he still did his job.
I did. Who's this?
Why did he speak
Breathe
German?
into this
European
tube.
colonization.
Oh, they thought he was drunk.
Also, you have to do a drug test.
Sir,
After
have
the
you been
crash,
drunk
they
driving?
tested Canthaville for drugs and alcohol. Both came up negative. There's also a procedure to make sure that captains aren't fatigued. They look at the rest schedule and they find, no, Canthaville took that nap. Remember? He's had plenty of rest time. So he passed the fatigue assessment. And while Canthaville was at the nurse's office, high tide came and went. Tugs were tried again. And again.
To be fair, I think it would have been better if he was like high or stoned or drunk, because at least there would have been a reason at that point. Because at this stage, the only thing you can now validate this as is pure, unadulterated incompetence
Negligence.
and negligence. Because at least if you were drunk, stoned, whatever, you're like, oh man, well, you know, you were drunk and whatever. You can't expect you to be making good decisions when you're drunk. But no. You were stone cold sober, you were rested, and you were within your sound mind, which means you were just a fucking idiot!
Tried a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It didn't work. All day trying, all evening, and into the early morning. But that stubborn ship was going nowhere.
I mean, I find it still hysterical the fact they're blaming him, even though it was obviously those two red and blue hats that were the problem.
Of course. The moon.
Actually, correct. Title.
Day
Title
2.
issues. That's what they're
There's
getting
quite
at
a
with
few
Moon.
ships by this point,
How
and
about
they're
the
all
tide?
honking
Yeah, no,
their
I get
horns
that, still.
impatiently. Hey, move your ass. I got frozen in the
Oh, because of course you gotta think, right? All those ships behind them, you can't exactly just like back that ship up.
back. Go around! Go around! No one knows quite what's happening because the Suez Canal Authority has not made a formal statement. But their hand is about to be forced when an impatient sailor behind the Ever Given takes a photograph and publishes it online.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. If social media never existed, we would have never have known, and this would have probably just gone on without a single thought.
And this starts a bit of a buzz on social media. It was
That's
at
a
this
very good
very
photo,
moment
though.
that the
Like, that is actually a
It is-
legitimately
it
really
is
good
a
photo.
really good photo. Yeah.
Like whoever
Follows
took it,
rule-
whoever took that photo understands the rules of photography. You know, never keep your shot central. Like, get a good composition. That's a really good photo.
It is rule of thirds. It has good natural bokeh.
Oh
there
my
is
god! Look
good
at the name of the
vignetting.
person who photoed it, Miss Scuttlebun. That's the best thing about this entire video. Oh my god, Miss fucking Scuttlebutt.
the Ever Given takes a photograph and publishes it online. And this starts a bit of a buzz on
Miss
social
Scuttlebutt.
media.
I hope Scuttlebutt was the
It
name
was
of their
at this
boat.
very moment that the helmsman's
That's got the same
most
energy as boating
feared
with boat
fear
face.
was most
No, because it's that
realized.
Meyer,
Someone pulled up the
Maersk
Navigational.
ship that's behind them. that we saw earlier.
Of course, and this is the thing, right? If they would have never, like, if they would have never had this accident, nobody would have known about the dick they drew in the nav maps.
Within 24 hours, it was all over the news. So over at the Suez offices, Mr. Rebbe, you have 300 voicemails. Telemarketers? Important clients and journalists. They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, aren't they? They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, yes.
That, like,
and the Suez Canal.
You know, the thing that amuses me the most about this isn't the fact that they cost $1 trillion to the world by blocking up the canal, not the incompetence, not the silliness, none of that. None of that is really the thing that amuses me most. The thing that amuses me the most is that somebody got behind the wheel of a multi-million-dollar ship and said, I'm gonna draw a penis on that star map here. That tickles me right, it does.
Authority could keep it a secret no longer. They held a press conference. Okay.
Funny story.
Boat stuck. Thank you.
This is crazy. Let's say...
Guys, you're never going to believe what happened.
They didn't give many details, but it was a very inspirational press conference.
So guys, well, I would have paid so much money for them to just like gaslit the entirety of the media. Like, guys, you'll never guess what happened. You see, there were some aliens that came up out of the Egyptian soil. These ancient aliens probed our pilots and caused the ship to crash. And then those aliens demanded free real estate. And then there was an ensuing gun battle. It was epic. To say that in order for us to stop them, we drove the Ever Given into the canal to stop the aliens from overtaking the world. You should all be thanking us. You should all be thanking us for doing service like this.
The news begins reporting on the story.
It's blocked. Cargo ship blocking the Suez Canal. It's a huge container ship.
There's just the most
clean up on Canal 4.
A massive container ship longer than the Eiffel Tower.
It's one of the world's most important shipping lanes.
And breaking news from the Nana Star News Channel. I'm Nana.
Hi, Nana.
Hi, Nana. You wanna know? You wanna know what I think? I thought this was none of your business.
Mega ship's big ass is stuck in the Suez Canal.
Right. Point is, this story exploded everywhere. There was a lot of sympathy to go around.
I tell you what, this was almost the equivalent of the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation. Like, when this happened, content creators were eating good for weeks. Like,
Count Dankula.
Back when the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trials were going on, dude, there were some content creators that made millions of dollars in ad revenue from that. And I only regret the fact I didn't get in on it myself.
I appeal to
like some people's entire channels got
and
catapulted into stardom because of that.
These guys need some help. We would love to volunteer.
That's not a picture of a naked woman. I need to help them.
They knew best about what to do to get this ship unstuck. All right, it's time for the I reckon you could pretty much just do this and it'd work section.
You mean like I've been doing this entire video?
Simply blow it up.
You mean again?
No
you are an armchair warrior. Yeah.
But why wouldn't this work? Well, first you're blowing up $1 billion worth of cargo, and this thing is about 3 times the size of Mount Rushmore. So there's quite a lot of debris to sweep up, actually. And you still haven't solved the problem of moving the thing out of the fucking canal. Next idea. What if we attach it?
How to say that somebody's been watching one too many movies and hasn't experienced grass in several months.
1,000 helicopters and simply fly the thing out. You could even take it all the way
This guy watched Pacific Rim one too many times.
To its destination in the Netherlands. Well, the problem is this thing weighs about 300,000 tons. So even if you had a really powerful helicopter, you're going to need like 25,000 of them. And you can't put them all together in one area or they'll all crash.
Yeah, I mean, you probably shouldn't, but it would be kind of funny to watch them attempt. Also, as a fun thing, since the inception of the Chinook, the population of Chinooks in the world has gone down to a point where there's roughly only about 5,000 of them left in circulation. So getting 25,000 Chinooks would be impossible. I'm just saying.
En route to help.
There's also better heavy lift
Hey,
helicopters.
maybe pull up a bit.
Next. All right, more seriously, why don't we take a whole bunch of old jet engines, weld into the sides of the ship.
Oh my god,
Turn them
somebody's
all on
playing
at
too
once
much fucking,
The day is saved.
Somebody played too much Kerbal Space Program.
This is some Gmod shit.
However, there is a risk of an explosion. And then you'd have a hole in the ship. And then the ship sinks. And then you're really never
And
moving.
then you look like an
Hear
idiot
me out.
because you suggested to use
Liquid
rockets.
nitrogen. A lot of liquid nitrogen
What?
right under the boat. The water freezes, expands, the ship lifts up, Bob's your...
I mean, the physics are there, but do you have any idea on the executative nature and the bureaucratical nature of dumping enough liquid nitrogen in this water to lift a boat that size and not then completely fuck up the ecological strain around it? You idiot.
Well, the better option there would
Except
be
now, the ship is just stuck in ice.
submersible heavy
And then
lifting,
it
which
melts,
is
and then you're back to the exact
literally
same
bags
position.
of fucking
That's why you
gasoline.
need like $1 billion worth of nitrogen. There's no way to get that much material, let alone handle the scale of that material. Also, everyone's going to freeze to death on board, and the ballast will expand in the tanks, and that'll destroy the ship. It's not going to work.
It would have been really cool, though.
Last idea.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how you got the one map from Rainbow Six when you're on that ship that's in the frozen area.
Idea. What if we just actively made
call
things...
Eddie Hall. Yeah, dude, I've watched enough YouTube videos with Eddie Hall. He could have lifted this easily.
Worse. Such as this petition to add a second boat to the canal. Jokes aside, one humble comment did stand out from the crowd.
Get a few people on this side, a few people on that side, push it, and I really think it would go.
Well, maybe.
Fucking Brits.
Guys, I'm sorry that this is not a representation of the average British thought. Most British
That's
people
bullshit.
are...
That's
Nah,
bullshit.
let me finish,
That's
let me
bullshit.
finish. Most British people are way stupider than that. They would have told you to punch the ship into place.
It's exactly what the recovery team intended to do. Ahoy! Ah, good to see you back from the nurse. I told them I didn't do any drugs, but they wouldn't take my word for it. I would have believed you. Hey, just give me the walkie-talkie. All right, full ahead with the excavators. 3 more excavators join Abdullah, and they're all busily digging out the front and rear of the ship. It's still going too slow. What else we got? More rescue stuff. So here comes Rabbi pulling up to the scene. Good news, fellas. And he's standing
like
atop a
almost,
very powerful bit of kit.
Curb Your Enthusiasm
A
level
big,
of bullshit.
beautiful dredger. To be specific, a cutter suction dredge. Essentially.
Funny enough,
Oh my god, it's your nickname.
No, shut up! I was about to say that's my porn name. Damn it, Tia! Stop having the same brain cells as me. Oh my god.
You've got a big rotating cutting tool that loosens up all the soil, while a
No, I
big
didn't
suction
cramp my
pipe
boob
sends
again.
it
Guys,
yonder.
take note. We're learning science.
All right, do the
We're gonna
dredgy.
finally get you guys
Full
into the
speed.
positive
What
of
else we
IQ.
got? We got more tugboats incoming. More and more tugboats.
We're about
join
to
the
have
fray.
a
total
physics
of
lesson,
8,
chat.
arranged around the ship like this. Notably, the Baraka 1 and the Izzat Adel. These are 2 of the most powerful tugboats in the
Hello?
Middle East. And that
Whoa, that
includes
was
the
weird.
non-density
That was crunchy.
Full ahead with those. They keep trying. A cacophony of engines playing the highest
crack.
stakes game of tug of war.
Like, there comes a
ever
point where you
attempted.
think that
Tens of
there'd be a
millions of
critical
dollars
level
being
of
lost
effort from everything,
every
right?
hour until it was
Like when Winnie the Pooh gets stuck in a hole because he's too fat, or like when I get stuck in a hole because I'm too horny. Eventually, with enough pulling and tugging, eventually they come loose of their hole, and eventually you get enough of these big boats and dredgers and diggers and drugs that eventually you would expect it to come loose, right?
One. Yeah. And their opponent? Unbothered, moisturized, taking up the whole lane. Unbudgeable.
Jesus.
All right, we're calling it for now.
The evergreen, more like the ever
El
stuck, am I
Saeed,
right?
We've thrown everything we can at the ship, and it won't concede an inch. It's hopeless, hopeless. The cynicism of youth. I've worked for many years on the Suez. There's magic in the water, Canterville.
On the Suez.
Magic.
We will there's
succeed.
magic in the water. That's because of all the drugs that people keep dumping in there to get rid of them.
Your words are empty, El Said. Optimism has blinded
raw
you,
sewage.
El Said.
We
it.
cannot defeat the canal.
Nothing says a
too
canal
powerful.
like sepsis from drinking
If
its
I were
waters.
the guys at Case and Kasha, I'd just forget about the Ever Given
Also very
and
salty.
buy a new ship.
I love that in my chat. People are giving their suggestions. Did they try 100,000 tons of KY jelly? That was literally the first thing I suggested when they got it stuck.
Well, we can't afford a new
just
ship.
Prime shipping day. Get the
The owners of the
55-gallon
Ever
drums
Given,
while they're on
Showa Kaisen
sale.
Kaisha Limited,
Exactly.
are getting very worried. I need that ship back, and I can't just leave it to the Suez Canal Authority to do it.
There's only one team daring and foolhardy enough to take on a job like this.
Why does he have a Nokia
Kaisen
brick?
calls up an elite salvaging company from the Netherlands.
Ancient
Smith
Japanese
Salvage. We need
fucking
your help.
business.
I got your number
nonsense.
from you know who.
Smith is
The
the,
Yellow
industry's
Pages.
best.
God damn it. You want to know
Oh.
something really depressing? Most people watching this video doesn't even know what a Yellow Pages looks like or know what their purpose would be. All right, chat. What was the purpose of a Yellow Pages? And if you know already, don't answer.
Yeah, call your
They
mom up
have
for a good
response
time.
centers all over the globe. 24/7.
I mean, if you want to call my
ready
mum
to
for a good
respond to
time,
marine
she'll
emergencies.
probably love the attention.
And funnily enough, they're the same team that helped with the rescue of the Costa Concordia back in
Dude,
2000.
I called it! No way! We get that tie-in. We get that prequel tie-in. This is absolute cinema.
2012. Suit up, boys. They put the ocean in Ocean's 11, the tide in Tide Pod. And sometimes they pee in the water. Why not? The fish do it.
We're en route to the canal. ETA in the next 24 hours.
Thing to steal from phone booths? I mean, yeah, true. Free toilet paper? Pretty much. Oh my god.
No, this is still the height of COVID, so there's no toilet paper to be had.
Next time on Boat in
Also, it's
Canal.
all on that fucking
The
boat.
prophecy. It's coming true. Kiss
Oh
me,
my
you
God.
fool.
Yes, I remember now. This is the part where Barack Obama turns up and he just lifts the boat above his head and takes it to the moon to get it out of the way.
Beginning to think you don't want to get the boat free. Well, is it the Yanny wire or the Laurel wire?
Oh my God! Shut
I
up!
couldn't hear you. You're breaking up.
Shut up!
There's only one way this was ever gonna go.
I would give any money for this to turn into a 24 meme with the dun 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 countdown. It has been many a moon since somebody was a millennial enough to use the 24 meme as a reference in their video.
It's now day 3. There's more digging, more tugging, but the ship is still exactly where they left it.
Stop, Tia!
And the slow pace of progress is starting to cause problems for international trade. Each delayed ship represents thousands
Why
of
am I
tons
the one who
of
gets in
undelivered
trouble?
stock for store
Because I'm
shelves.
not the one making
You're-
And
moaning
that queue is
noises!
getting longer.
I'm the one using your
and
intrusive
longer.
thoughts.
On board, an estimated $9.6
It's your fault for doing the
billion
mind
worth
link
of
goo.
goods is sitting idle. The milk! It will spoil! And the big question is, how long until this thing
You know, on the surface, these boats that were stuck behind it, they were probably all like, oh no, this is horrible, what a tragedy. But secretly they were like, man, this is the easiest like holiday I've ever had in my life. Like they're the ones getting in trouble. We get mandated holiday. Like we can't go anywhere. What, you want us to abandon the ship? Nah, dude, this is now our holiday.
is fixed? To answer this burning question, the Suez Canal Authority holds another press conference and declares, guys, another day, maybe 2, might even be this afternoon. But the media and industry experts disagree.
The truth of the matter is that they're not making much ground. I mean, is this proving to be more difficult than originally expected?
Could be closed for weeks.
It could take weeks.
Could be stuck for weeks.
Weeks. That's how long it could take to free the container.
I remember this report, and yeah, haha,
Proving
funny.
to
I
be
got the
more
British
difficult
report.
than originally expected?
Could be closed for weeks.
It could take weeks.
Could be stuck for weeks.
I remember this. Yeah, no, I actually remember her making this report because this was the only one that I saw online.
Weeks. That's how long it could take to free the container ship currently blocking the Suez Canal.
And yet it was so funny because it's a British person reporting from New York. Tell me how that makes sense.
Now,
So that means all of these ship operators here, waiting in the queue, have a very difficult choice to make. So basically, I've just got two options. One, I can wait around hoping the ship gets unstuck, which nobody knows how long that's going to be. Or option two, we go all the way
Thank
around
you, Mr. CP.
Africa.
Why Makarimore and how many skins do I have? Makarimore because this is my slop channel. It's not my main channel. Why? How many skins do I have? I answered this question at the beginning of the stream and RGB.
Yeah.
As many skins as you think. Specifically, I definitely have more than 4 skins.
Well, that's a
They don't want
circumcised
to
way
do
to
that,
go
and it's
about
not
it.
just a geographic thing. Freighters
Oh,
don't
now-
want to go around Africa because it will cost them far more in terms of fuel. It adds 10 extra days to the route.
Jesus
And
Christ.
most importantly,
Yeah, we're gonna open, guys. I've got some ideas from new channels. I'm gonna open up. Well, actually, I am gonna be making a D&D channel for my D&D animations. But that's gonna be an actual serious thing. I'm gonna be making a new channel soon called Makari Less, where I just literally upload 5-second snippets of my channel, completely out of context with no relevancy. It could be 5 seconds of just random bits of my stream.
Pirates, assassins, and gay pirate assassins.
Now, there'll be 2 main pirate hangouts.
Gay pirate
The Somali
assassins!
pirates,
Yar!
But the more
Was that Tom
prolific
Scott?
group
Oh my
is
God.
actually in the Gulf of Guinea. Named so because it holds the Guinness
man.
World Record for most pirates. In fact, in 2020, 96% of all maritime kidnappings happened in the Gulf of Guinea.
That's true.
That doesn't sound very good to me, Mr. Kaisha.
And I just want you to know that you've made an enemy. And when I... Is your boat running? Because you better fucking move it. You can't park there. All right, hear me out. I'm thinking a bunch of helicopters, right? And we...
There are a lot of people now who are angry with the owners of the Ever Given. There's only one thing I can do. Bing, 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 bong. Breaking news. Pause for a second. Shoei Kaisen Kaisha is big sorry. The owners of the Ever Given...
Oh my god, guys, he's doing a YouTuber apology. Wait for it. The boating industry has made a severe and continuous lapse of judgment, and we do not expect to be forgiven.
Feel such enormous pressure that they go live on television to make a public apology. We are determined to keep on working hard to resolve the situation as soon as possible. Please do not be mad. In a few years, we'll all have a big laugh about it. Yours sincerely,
Please ignore
Mr.
the $1 trillion
Kaisha.
this is costing
Oh
us.
God, that's the boss of my boss's boss. I'm in so much trouble.
Man, I haven't seen a catastrophe this bad since Cinder's apology. Ha ha ha! Get it?
Oof.
Can't do anything
Oof.
about it. All we can do is keep trying to free
Also,
the ship.
that's irrelevant
So they
now
keep
because it would
going.
be.
And go.
Haven't seen an apology this bad
Into the
since since V Shoujo folded.
Oh God! I mean, true.
How do you lose
And on that
$15
night-
million?
Hi, my name is. So I was in a collab the other day, and we were doing introductions, and I literally just said, "Hi, I'm Gunrun, and this is my pitch to Dragon's Den. I'm looking for $500,000 to start a small startup company."
Oh my God!
And the villain El Said had a heart-to-heart. The mood was very somber. Still feeling optimistic, El Said? Of course. Well, it's day 3. How much progress have you seen so far? They're gonna blow us up, aren't they?
Yeah, with you on it.
possible. They're gonna freeze us, aren't they? That seems...
They're gonna spin us like a helicopter, aren't they? Yeah, they
Ew.
really are.
It's like...
Helicopter,
They might
helicopter.
just attach a whole bunch of jet engines and you're gonna get fucked up. That one got the bucket. Sorry, I don't mean to take it out on you. It's just... all these guys, they rely on me. The navigator, the helmsman, Gene, and the other ones we never animated. But I'm thinking maybe I should just get
Amazing.
on a lifeboat right now
Self-referential.
and never look back. I could go live on an island somewhere, far, far away from here.
I mean, that's pretty much what happened, right? After all this, he got fired, but when the government said he was fired, they actually meant he was fired out of a cannon into the side of a wall as punishment for this obvious transgression and act of terrorism.
Away.
What?
Look at this. Timu neck massager for Sally. I bet she's checking her mailbox every morning. Bulk $6 fingerless gloves for
Okay, I legitimately wonder, with the amount of cargo that was on this ship, I would say there is not a null and zero chance of somebody in the stream right now who was affected by not receiving parcels from this ship.
Oh, almost certainly. Yeah.
Mr. Poe Box.
Guys, if you were affected by this ship being plugged up a canal without a paddle, I would love to hear your story about how it affected you emotionally.
That doesn't kill me inside, but we've exhausted every option. There's nothing on Earth that could free this ship. Well, that's where you're right. Look up there.
Oh, shut up.
Lil Canthy. El Said points up into the night sky. Los Lunos.
Epic cinematic movie time.
The son of the night. To the ancient Egyptians, it was a sign.
Historian, you are such a gaslighting asshole. You make it sound like you know what you're talking about. Wait a minute, he's just like me. Only when I do it, people get really upset. But when an internet historian does it, it's funny.
Of hope.
Yeah.
And in
Have you tried being funny yet?
Night's time,
shut up.
A prophecy will be fulfilled. The supermoon. I have to show you a kind of boring diagram. I'm so sorry. You see, the moon doesn't just orbit the Earth in a perfectly equidistant circle.
Girl boss it, girl
It
boss
is, in fact, an ellipse.
Oh.
That means there is a point when the moon is the furthest.
An ellipse? How about you ellipse my pussy?
From the Earth, and we call that the apogee. And there's also a point where it's closest to the Earth. That's the perigee. You know when you look into the night sky and the moon seems bigger or smaller than usual?
Knowledge. Wow, knowledge.
Point is, the moon gravities
Oh my
all
god,
over
guys,
the wall.
I'm learning!
And the closer it is, the more it's going to pull.
This is actually the sciences that I'm
Now, there's another
most
effect as
interested
well.
In, so.
I mean, legitimately, it may not seem like it, guys, but I am a very smart person. I have a lot of interest in, like, analytical and
When you
theoretical
have
stuff.
to phrase it like that.
But, like, this is the kind of shit that actually fascinates me. I do a lot of, like, I love solving problems, puzzles. I love learning the ins and outs of things. This is the kind of shit that tweaks my neurons.
If you believe the mainstream media, the Earth is going around the sun like this. And once in a while, it will also align with the sun being on the exact
seems like a good idea
side.
for this. Hold on.
Bam. At this point, when everything lines up like so, both the sun and the moon are at max strength pulling on the sea. And they call that the supermoon. And the tidal effects of both combine for an even greater pull. High tide can be even higher than usual, sometimes by up to 1.5 feet. Now, these sorts of moons only happen 3 or 4 times a year.
Ooh,
but in 4
convenient.
days, Big K, we're going to get one.
Stop touching me, dude. Stop touching me. You keep touching me.
Previously on
You're freaking me out, man.
Canal. Don't let go!
I swear to God, internet story needs to be studied for his editing style.
Fallen into place.
This man needs to be studied in
I
a
knew
lab.
what being a captain meant. What do you mean cut the black and blue wire? There's only white and gold. We've got one chance left.
Oh my God, he's here to finish the fight.
This is just like that Costa Concordia video he did.
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying it since the beginning. I do not hide away from the parallels of this and the Costa Concordia video.
Be less funny.
At least he's self-aware of it.
Over at the Evergiven, things are status quo. But
My God,
online,
it's a callback to the
there's a bit of a
prequel.
new development. A screenshot of a news article appears. Cargo ship crashes into Suez Canal. Captain involved in incident. But there's a twist. Uh-oh.
Oh
Is that a
no.
woman? A woman. Egypt's first female sea captain, Marwa El-Sahar, was being named in this headline as responsible for crashing the Evergiven. And the screenshot of this news
Wow. God, imagine being a woman in the modern year where even you're just existing and you're like accused of the ruining the world. God damn it, we truly do live in a society. Can women not just exist without being accused of catastrophic destruction in the world? I know we have Karens and everything, but guys, just because they're a woman doesn't mean they're bad at driving. I mean, it increases the chance. But my God, talk about inferiority complex when you have to accuse the one woman of being the one who busted it up.
News headlines spread all across social media. For Marwa to have screwed up this badly is impressive. Especially considering she's never worked on the Ever Given and is currently hundreds of miles away in Alexandria. But someone online went, first female captain? Grody? Suez block.
And you fully know that these are the people who've never seen a boob in their life. These are the people who are angry, internet-dwelling little scuzzballs that just want to spread misinformation, do a little crime, do a little bit of misinformation, spread a little bit of mischief, have a bit of a rapscallion moment. Fuck these people, dude. Actually, fuck these people. It's funny for like these are the same people that's like, oh mate, I did it for the lols, innit?
That's the same people. It's the same people who are spreading the whole lonely internet theory.
Mm-hmm.
Incels.
She must have did it. Marwa found out about the accusations.
These are the people that deserve to be lonely for the rest of their life. Swear to God.
I gotta clear my name. Guys, it isn't me. But the online bad guys must have hacked her account.
And this is
everything
unfortunately
she wrote just came out in
the state of the internet.
So Marwa tried to hack back. This code, it's nothing I've ever seen before.
This feels like
They're countering my hack.
This feels like a bit. Guys, one in the chat. This is a bit.
Not if I can help it. They ran through the firewall. Use IP4. It's better. Now, while we can all agree that a lady captain is very gross and icky, and while we all agree that she should be doing a lady job, like adding rosemary oil to the ballast water, or knitting hand warmers for the steering wheel. It was not fair that she was being falsely accused, and the situation was escalating as the online bad guys started making fake accounts pretending to be her. What was Marwa, etc.?
Could you just imagine being her, doing your own thing, being a bastion of example that women can look towards? You're just kind of existing, and then you get fucking PK'd out of nowhere. You get a secondhand embarrassment. You get like completely. You get sent back to the lobby when you weren't even part of the match to begin with.
Against such a coordinated campaign. Well, luckily, a surprise hero. Mainstream media showed up and did a thing.
Don't worry.
Bringing her onto the telly and clearing everything up. Marwa even found...
You know, I just had an idea. They should just use Sillet Bang. Because bang, and the ship is gone.
Some positive in the situation.
I was really upset at the beginning, but later on I found like...
No, dude, imagine being her, who's just minding her own business, being a bastion and an example of women empowerment everywhere. Because guys, look, here's the thing. Feminism isn't about women being better. Women being in power and having to fight for what's right is good, you know? Having to have women in power is a good thing. It's about equality. Just because a woman gets in power doesn't mean that they're like, want to be better than men. It's just the way society should be. But the second a woman has the ability to like be in power or have a role of authority like this, that doesn't mean they're after your dog, okay?
It all turned out okay. At least for her. Back to the Ever Given. The Ever Given has been grounded for 4 long Egyptian days.
I would have loved to know how much money a day it was costing them.
Dig, dig, dig. Pull, pull, pull. Fuel is getting low. Everyone is overdue for a break. All right, guys. Grab a Red Bull and a little snacky. We'll pick up again soon.
Snacky.
But
Hi,
as the
I'm a
engines wind
snacky.
down, the crew can hear
you're an
something
inky.
approaching. Who the hell is that? It's Smith Salvage.
Oh, they're
The
here!
SMIT team boldly actions onto the scene, looking at the ship very inspectively. They report
Yeah,
their
it
findings to
suddenly
the rescue team.
Fucking in the technical terms, shit's up a creek without a paddle, mate.
All right.
It is a big
Ain't
creek.
no boat expert, but if you want a chance of moving this ship, you're going to need to make it a lot lighter, by tens of thousands of tons at least. Is it going to bend and tear? And sink? No, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. But it also doesn't look like it's going anywhere with all of this weight on the back. Okay, we trust you. What's your plan to make
So I suppose that's the thing with how heavy it was. As much as they were digging out underneath it, they were just digging it deeper. Like
Pretty much, yeah.
It wasn't able to be dug out because every time they dug out more dirt, it just entrenched itself deeper.
ship lighter?
Settles harder.
I know a guy. He's got a crane. I'll get it down here. We'll offload all the containers. It'll be brilliant. You're gonna love it. The container thing again? Yeah, how long is that gonna take? Well, to get them down here and to get all the equipment assembled, we're gonna need at least a few weeks. Weeks?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and to get all the containers off the ship, that might take several months.
Months? No, Mr. President. He didn't say months. He said
Oh god.
monks. Those Shaolin
I still
guys.
think my plan was a good one. Just push them off the side. Again, it's the difference between losing $1 billion versus $1 trillion.
They're very
Still just doesn't have
strong.
anywhere to
Everything's
go.
going according to plan.
A furious Rabbi marches in.
Do you have any idea how much these last few days have cost Egypt already? We've had to sell parts of the Sphinx. Look, the nose is gone. It's looking all messed
Oh
up.
no!
We turned the whole
They gave it the Michael Jackson treatment.
country into an e-commerce site. It used to just be called Gypt. Now it's online. Egypt. Remember Tutankhamun? Now it's Tutankhamun.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, and this is why I love Internet Historian. These fucking bits are absolutely golden.
Get it? It's a pun. Get it?
Let's move on, says the Smith guy standing in for
We
the
used
audio.
to call it denial, now we just call it Nile.
Look, this is by far the best option. Yeah, it's slow and laborious, but it's a guaranteed fix.
We had to. Do you see how bad things got? We had to sell one of the pyramids of Egypt to Mr. Beast to record a video in.
Or you can carry on doing what you're doing now. You're on what?
Okay, so listen, I need you to understand how bad this is. This is blocking up the path so bad, we've had to sell off all of Egypt, and we've now allowed Mr. Beast to record a video. If that doesn't tell you how bad the situation, I don't know what does.
What, day 4? How's progress so far? Al Said wouldn't hear it.
We will continue with the dredging and the tugging. The supermoon will be here soon, and that will save us. You are foolish, Al Said. The legend of the supermoon is just a legend.
All right, we're on the same team here. If you insist on keeping the cargo aboard and just tugging, we've got resources to help.
Smith calls in 2 additional tugboats.
And not just big ones. Pretty much the biggest ones you can get.
Yeah!
So Smith and the
because
recovery
as we all
team
know,
have figured out Plan A and Plan B. Plan A is to pull the Ever Given free by the supermoon, which is only 2 days away.
If you're gonna do something,
now, if that doesn't
you gotta
work,
do
we'll
it a
have to
little
go to
bit
Plan B,
okay.
which is to offload by crane most of these containers, and that will take months.
Because I'm green, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
Watching on
Everyone is
impatiently,
mad.
tapping their feet and looking at their watches very aggressively, is now a queue of 400 vessels waiting to use the canal. Fresh fruit, thousands of tons, losing its freshness. Medicine, losing its potency.
After this,
Mouth-washing reference.
there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. You take the red.
Not to mention, livestock.
More than a dozen ships have live animals on board.
Mostly sheep and cattle, lightly sizzling under an Egyptian sun. The Egyptian government has had to dispatch vets to board these ships to tend to the animals' welfare.
Oh my god. Oh, he is never living that scene down. He is never living that
A
scene
few
down.
days ago, when I was a younger
I
man,
am a surgeon.
freight from Asia only cost $8,000 a container.
VTuber.
Now it's $12,000. And the impact is being felt by a lot of larger companies. Renault, for example, ran out of some critical components and had to halt assembly at a couple of its plants. Adidas, Nike, IKEA, all saw shortages.
But I mean, this is why it cost the world $1 trillion.
Their top-selling SKUs already.
And as tankers queue, oil prices are rising.
Let my people go through the little
Probably would have been quick if they
waterway,
just
please.
dug another Nile next
And
to it.
meanwhile, all across the day, the tugs are trying again and again.
Like, can you imagine being these people and realizing you had being some of the only people, like, this is going to be such a wild, okay, guys, I do not mean to come across as a contrarian here, but imagine being the people who piloted this boat. Imagine being considered on the same level of people who have affected the entire world. Not many people on the planet can have the accolade of having had such an impact on the planet that the entire planet has had to change and be impacted from your actions. You are up there with the likes of Hitler, Mr. IKEA, and the woman who always gets in your way at the checkouts. But my point stands!
Move a little more sand. Wait for the next high tide.
I think
Try
projecting again.
And as this marches on with the same futility as
See,
day one.
now that these guys did it by accident and all the attention they got, it's only a matter of time before somebody does it on purpose for the lulz, for the Vine, for the TikTok, for the clicks, buddy. You know?
Banking on the supermoon looks like
Ecological
a costlier
terror.
and costlier gamble. All right, enough of this. Said about 100 ships opting instead to go the long route around Africa, accepting the longer traffic time and piratey risk.
Crab rave, crab rave, crab rave, crab.
The supermoon. It's tonight. There's a renewed energy as people scuttle around the area, doing everything they can to prep the ship
Oh yeah,
for the
it's time
big
for a
event.
musical.
The excavator crew, over the course of the week, has expanded to a team of 11, working double, sometimes triple shifts with only 3 hours a day for sleep.
Oh god, my PTSD. Oh, I hate that noise.
Together with the two dredgers, they have moved 30,000 cubic meters of sand and soil. For comparison, this is 1 cubic meter, and this is 30,000 cubic meters. And here's what it looks like next to the Ever Given. That's a lot of sand. Subway sandwich for scale. And it's
Oh my
borne
God.
some results. Overnight, they
Clearly not a British Subway sandwich, because if that was the case, it would be the size of a peanut.
managed to free the rudder from the left bank. And that's a big deal, because this rudder was acting as a bit of an anchor in the sand. Now free, the stern bobs around with the motion of the water. Great stuff. Meanwhile, the crew is
Motion
doing
of the
everything it
ocean.
can to lighten the weight of the ship. That includes making a second plea for the ballast water to be ejected. Oh, please, the Smith guy's already tinkled in there. We just can't do it.
They could have, like, rather than just dumping it, they could have just, like, I don't know, unloaded it into some tankers or something.
It would destroy the ecosystem of Egypt. Please, 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 please. All right. Biodiversity. Let 1,000 algae bloom. Nice work. That'll make the ship 9,000 tons lighter, Kenthy. The water's so bright I can barely see it coming out of the ship. Here, take these. No. I don't deserve them. Sunglasses are for people who redeem themselves. That's not me.
Or people who are good at calling out bitches that have big fucking
just in
cannons.
case. Into the evening, the
Why didn't you look at me when you said that?
We see Abdullah excavating away. But really, he's thinking about the moon. Rabbi, he's busy taking video calls.
Ah, so I see you're ready for some
But he
bitches with big
finds
fucking
himself
cannons.
distracted with thoughts of the moon. Even Mr. Kaisha. Is there anything in this world
that doesn't remind me of her.
More breaking news from the
Oh,
Suez
God, it's
Canal
her.
problem. Evergiver is stuck in the Suez Canal still. It's been almost a week.
God, she even looks like she's just reading off a
Tugboat
prompter.
should be able to move Evergiver's big ass. This is Nana Star, Nana Star News Channel.
I mean, at least this is still easier of a thing to move
The
than
full
me
moon
when I get
shone
hungry
brightly
and I
that
see a
night.
glizzy.
Kissing the nape of the canal's neck with its
You and your
gravity
pizza
lips.
obsession.
Yummers.
Full tongue. The canal liked it. And spoiling the romance of the moment is a big fleet of tugboats, watching on voyeuristically. They are 17 in total, with just a bit over 1,600
Come on, guys, you can
of
do it!
bollard.
Come on, let's hear it for the tugboats! Tug, tug, tug,
here's how
tug, 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 tug! Come on, guys! Let's hear it! Let's get them tugging! Let's see them tug really hard! Tug, 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 tug!
They're arranged around the Evergiven. Of the four most powerful tugs,
Fuck off, Tia.
2 go at the front and 2 go at the back. They'll be pulling. Another 6 tugs are put on the flanks. 2 over here, 4 over here. They'll be pushing. The remaining tugs are fueled and ready on the sidelines, waiting for their chance to sub in. Positioned like this, when the
Hashtag
word is
tug it
given,
hard,
all these
2025.
ships are going to try and turn the Evergiven anti-clockwise. Looks great, guys!
The
You think
great
that this is gonna- I
tugging.
believe in the
Guys,
supermoon.
everybody needs to pull together now.
The guy
Everybody
with the ruler
needs to
down by
tug
the shoreline
together.
yells out, "The tide has hit its peak."
Hashtag tug it
Al
out.
Sayed commands
Tug
over the
it
radio.
out. Tug
Start
it
main
out.
engines.
Tug it
Tension
out.
on.
Tug it out.
Full ahead. The tugs start moving. They carve through the water with ease. The immense power from the tugs meet the resistance of the Evergiven. It was at this point that the narrator said something really poetic. Stuff about the night. About how the ships were like dances on the water. For juxtaposition, we cut away to that crab again.
Crab,
Which everybody hates.
crab.
It's like a metaphor if you think about it.
The
The tugs are sliding to the left. They're sliding to the right. It's not working! Diesel fumes fill the air as the tugs keep increasing their power. The water
Come on!
violently foams behind the tugs.
We're giving her all she's
Everyone
got,
is staring
Captain.
at
She
the
ain't
back
going
of that
nowhere.
ship.
More power, Scotty. More
Come
power.
on.
I'm giving her all she's got,
Move.
Captain.
This goes on for minutes. More minutes. Even more minutes. An hour. 2. 4 hours. By 4:30 a.m., the moon's power is starting to wane and there is very little progress. Don't give up. The tide only goes down so that we can rise once again. Your moon gambit has cost Egypt dearly, Al Sayed. Guards, prepare the sarcophagus with the beetles like in the...
Oh my god!
And so the Mummy 4 was piloted.
What the
Guys,
hell is
we
that?
just got the script for the Mummy 4.
Under the water, all of this tugging has loosened the sand, the soil, the rock. Could it be
It's happening!
the sound of metal
Guys,
tensing
don't panic.
and
Don't
flexing?
panic. It's happening. It's
The
happening.
ship
Holy
is
shit, it's
beginning
happening.
to move. It is coming free from the bank. The supermoon gives one last howl. It worked. They pulled the ship from the bank.
Oh my god, this
At
is
the
so
back
stupid.
list. Now, the bow is still wedged in there pretty good, but this is progress. We're halfway to freedom. Keep going. So they did. All morning.
Someone in my Twitch chat just said this is gaslighting and fake news. It's still there to this day. This is all just a psyop, man. They're all trying to make us believe the boat was freed. They're all trying to make us believe that this boat got taken out years ago, but it's still there to this day. That's the reason why your plants are so expensive. That's the why your eggs are $5 for a dozen. And that's the reason you can't get no bitches. I knew it! I knew it! Dickhead, mate. Dickhead, what are you doing? Stop it. Stop it, dickhead.
7:30 a.m. The sun is rising. The tugs have been pulling all night. But
The
the most
tugs have been
difficult
tugging
task,
all night.
freeing the bow of the ship, remains beyond them. Well, I guess even the moon has its limits. I don't want to hear it, El Said. It wasn't enough. That bow is still stuck. No, Mr. President. They're not saying that the bow is still stuck. They're saying, take a bow. And then something else that rhymes with stuck.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
just take that gaslighting one step further. Yeah, no, Mr. President, we're actually free right now. Like, do you hear that? And just like blow into the microphone. Yeah, no, you hear that? That's the wind going past our ears as we're now free. Yeah, no, the boat's free. I'm actually going through the canal right now. I can see the command center. Yeah, dude, we're free. We're free. What are you talking about? No, we're actually good. What are you talking about? No, what do you mean? We're not stuck. Oh, you can see the satellite images. I'm fired, aren't I?
They were loading up the missiles for Plan B, as the guys on social media suggested. I lied about the crane thing. This was always the plan, says the Smith guys. You know what, Canterville? I agree. They should just blow us up. What? My career is over now, too. You're the guy who blocked the canal, and I'm the guy who couldn't get it cleared. We've brought instability.
I stand by my sentiment. They should have used some laxatives. That unclogs my canal really quickly.
My God, what a shitty solution.
To the Middle East. But enough, Canterville. I raised your hopes with moon-based promises. But look at the tide. It's low. Low tide. And yet, I am lower still.
You know, there's a song for this. Low tide, take it easy. Down, now, now. I said low tide, take it easy.
Canterville looks pensively out the window.
That should be a song in Guitar
and it
Hero.
was at that moment that he had his character arc. He realized that he was the captain, and the captain is
only
always
5 days too
in
late.
charge. Shut up, El Said. We shall continue, regardless of the tide. Is that not the Egyptian way? Don't you remember the story,
I'm actually
El
very
Said?
shocked they haven't made a
That every young
Titanic
Egyptian
reference so
kid
far.
is told about the human pyramid? No. Where there's one guy at the bottom who gives up and we all fall down? Heck, it ain't a triangle if you don't try. We need to be strong. Together.
God, these puns are actually killing me.
It's what
How to know that internet historian is absolutely a millennial or a boomer just because of these jokes are so 2000s.
Caesar would have wanted. You're right, damn it. Thank you, Canterville. That's the most inspirational speech I've ever
Now
heard in
kiss.
my life.
Now
I'll
kiss.
never lose my faith again. And even though you're kind of the worst captain I've ever seen.
Wait a minute. No, I was joking.
You're
I was
still
joking.
the best friend.
Oh, I thought they were gonna kiss. You know, actually, I'm more disappointed they didn't kiss, come to think about it. Crab.
So they pressed on all morning, enthusiastically and vigorously tugging away,
I love crabs.
beating off the fatigue, but to no progress. Okay, everyone, take a break. Copy. We'll have lunch and pick up again in a couple of hours. Then suddenly, one of the Smith guys comes busting into the room. I've got an idea. Everybody turns and looks at the Smith guy.
If you say blow it up, you're fired. Out of a cannon.
All right, well, sorry about the boring diagram, but take a look at this. Remember how we emptied the ballast tanks before? Yeah, of course. Well, now that the ship is half floating, what if we refilled the ones at the back? On this part of the
that's
diagram,
genius!
where the ship is
Science!
almost floating.
Physics!
That way, it will sink lower here and allow the bow to sit up even higher on the bank. Canterville gives El Said a knowing nod. I got this.
My God, it's just crazy enough. It might just work.
Please. A few hours later, the ballast tanks were filled. And it worked. The bow lifted ever so slightly.
It's working, it's working.
Yeah, it lifted by a couple of inches, and I'm reliably told by people in America that a couple inches is more than enough.
And it gets better. It's now 2 p.m., and that means high tide. Guys, I've got another technical issue. All right, what is it?
Hi there, Kaz.
It's easier if I show you with a drone. Hold on, let me try again.
There's nothing more delightful than watching drone pilots get instant karma.
Again. All right, you can see the ship is lodged at the front. The guys are pulling
Subway
it, but it ain't budging.
Subway sandwich.
However, a lot of force is building up here. And what if it were to break free? The sudden release could propel the ship straight across the water.
Do you think this is actually Internet Historian's arm? Do you think he actually did this diagram because he was just hungry? I'm starting to see why Internet Historian's starting to look like a balloon.
It could span the entire canal and land on the opposite bank, only to run aground again. Worse still, it could pin these small tugs in its wake.
You chaos gremlin. You fucking chaos gremlin. You absolute evil bastard. That was a good sandwich you just wasted. What the fuck?
I'm so hungry.
Dangerous.
I'm hungry too.
To solve this
And I'm
problem,
on a
they did a
diet.
bit of
I'm
the
not allowed to
safety
eat
briefing,
Subway sandwiches
and
anymore.
they got some rope. 4 ropes, actually, tying the bow of the ship to somewhere on the land. The lines look great, guys. With the contingency in place, the tugs
So that was the
start up
driest
again.
looking sandwich I've ever seen. Where was
And
the
about an
butter
hour
and
later,
cheese and stuff?
At 3:05 p.m.
This is why you a fat bitch.
Movement.
Wow! Oh my god, Tia! Everything you've said up until now has been funny hee-hoos. That felt personal! That actually felt so personal! You know, man, I haven't been upset by anything you've ever said. That... Wow, I go to the gym, Tia. I go to the gym. That's it. I'm gonna eat you now. If I'm such a fat bitch, you're gonna be my whole ass sandwich. Now
You're gonna
get
get
in
another
my
instant.
belly.
You're gonna get another instant lost comic for that.
Began to shift. Okay, that's definitely moving. This is it. It's working. The ship made a big noise as it accelerated from the bank.
You know, this story is just basically one big metaphor for the last time that I did anal. Made the sound when it came out. Yup. That's your pull-out game.
And at first, excitement and relief. The bow was coming free.
Let's go! We got the tip out! Yeah, I should not be yelling that.
Hey.
Concern about the overswing? Well, it's happening. Okay, the only source we found for this part of the story was Bloomberg, but they said that it happened and we wanted to build it. So this recreation is how we imagine it went. The 4 support ropes take strain. Then, snap, one of them breaks. Do you think it's gonna hold? I think it's gonna hold. Move those tugs out of the way. Snap, another rope breaks.
Taki Rush, you
Captain
are
El
absolutely
Said.
based for that assumption.
It's gonna hold. Get your tug out of the way, but it's gonna hold. Snap. A 3rd rope breaks. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! A single strand is the only thing holding this ship from swinging all the way to the other bank and being stuck. Forever. Without even realizing, Canthaville grabs El Said's hand.
Honestly, why do we need a cinematic movie about the Ever Given when we've got this? This is absolute cinema. We don't need a cinema movie. We've got Internet Historian. Thank you, Internet Historian, for saving Hollywood billions of dollars.
And squeezes it tight. It's gonna hold. You're a madman, Canthaville. Mad, passionate
The
about
mad
this
idea
canal,
that it might just work.
and I ain't afraid of nothing. He said very callbackily.
A callback!
The
You see,
engines
guys,
shut
that's
off.
story writing.
All that
A
can be
callback.
heard is the squeak of tightening rope and the scream of torsioning metal. Sacre bleu, said Abdullah. But it is slowing down.
it comes to a halt. They really did it.
Or did it get towed the rest of the rest of its journey?
Rested easy in the middle of the canal.
I guess we're gonna find
I would
out.
hope
Al-Sayed turns to
I would hope that they
Power
actually
up
kept the
engines.
2 tugs like
Let's get your ship moving again.
on there.
I'm on it, says Canthaville. All of the tugboats start honking their horns and celebrate.
Yeah!
Cheers can be heard from the main
did
treasure,
it!
the Mashower. In fact, they filmed this celebratory video. You heard them right, Mr. President. We did it. We did it. It's free.
And Mr. President's like, oh, it's actually free now. So I should call off those MiG-42s that I've just sent over to bomb the ship. yeah, please do that.
I told you.
All in a day's work.
The president takes his finger off.
Well, I just predicted that, and I am not beating the allegations of pre-watched content. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
The nuke button. Pack it up, boys.
So I just question, did it
can't
go to its
believe it.
actual destination,
All
or did
that
they just
did
take it to the nearest
really
port?
must have made a difference. I just... Oh.
Oh,
Good.
no.
Everybody hated that crab. We did it,
I didn't hate that crab. That was the best crab ever.
Gene. We did it. Gene? Where are you? Captain, who are you talking to?
Oh my God.
Gene. Captain, there's no Gene on board. Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh, shut
It's
up.
impossible.
Internet historian, I swear to
Gene,
God.
wait. Thank you. I'll always remember you, Canthaville.
Jesus Christ.
And so the canal was clear once again.
Man, what an
and
epic cinema.
Chop, chop. You still got work to do.
Yeah, you got to
By
put
8 p.m., the
dirt back
workday
now.
had not finished for the Suez Canal Authority.
Do you think they ever missed a dredging day now? Like, after this, surely they must maintain the canal to a degree of finesse.
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, it's
There's
still
still a
years
backlog
behind.
of 400 ships waiting to go through the canal. So Rabbi stands in front of microphones and says, "The canal will be operating around the clock until the queue is cleared. And within a few
What
days,
even is this?
it returns
Some say
to
it's a
normal."
documentary about the Evergreen. Some say
It
it's
was
a
a
political
bigger conflict.
documentary about the
Many
state of the
industry
world and how
experts
one
thought
thing
it would
makes a
take
big difference.
several months
Others
to
say
free
it's the
the
most
Evergreen.
beloved
But
love
the
story
crisis
you've
was
ever seen
resolved
of the
within a
journey
mere
of
week.
Al-Sayed.
Prepare the sarcophagus for the doubters. Even Egypt's president came out and said, "Good job, everybody. You know what? Pizza lunch." And the Suez Canal Authority held a ceremony in honor of the workers who helped to free the ship. And they also made
This is the point where the person who plowed it into the side is like, I did it on purpose. Yeah, I may have cost you trillions of dollars, but that is trillions of dollars not worth. It is not the friendship. It's not the idea that we came together as a country. Nay, we came together as a globe to fight this problem. And I take responsibility. You have me to thank. It was worth the trillions of dollars, right? No, the world is broke because of you. Oh, okay.
made this
Blow
monument,
you up in my mind.
which you can see on Google Maps.
Asterix. Oh no.
But the story doesn't end here. A quick note on the helmsman's
Yeah, you think it
piece.
just ends there?
Now
think it
you,
ends there?
me, and everyone in the press saw that VDR data.
Fragwürdigen
This is what I was saying earlier.
The fact that that's fucking real is
I know.
absurd.
This is the part that gets me the most. Dude does a fucking dick in the data and just like, man, no one will notice so long as we don't embed ourselves and get stuck. Oh no, now the rest of the world's gonna see that we drew a dick in the nav data.
Penismanöver genutzt.
But despite how realistic and to scale it was not deliberate. Yes, sheer coincidence. If you watch the VDR data, he really is just dodging the ships, and that's the shape that the path took. So he didn't get in any trouble.
I wish he would have doubled down and said, you know what, yeah, I did that on purpose. I like absolutely aura farm it. Absolutely double down. Never deny. Do not duck, dodge, dip, and dive. You just enable, you own it, and you make it your entire identity.
Duck, dodge, dick, and
I
dive.
suppose one more smaller detail. Now that the Evergiven is free, what's going to happen to it?
That's what I
And what's
asked.
going to happen to the crew?
Impound.
Well, the Evergiven was tugged over to Great Bitter Lake, where they determined that the ship was seaworthy and not in any urgent...
And they should have left it on the side so all of the boats that they held up can go past it, giving them the stink eye, so that they know how much trouble they put everyone in. It's like, everyone's just like going by giving, oh, you motherfucker.
need of repair. But it's also going to be impounded. Oh,
Yep. Yep.
Hey, there's like police boats outside. Why? What did you do?
This ship and its crew is now subject to the indefinite detention by the authority of the Egyptian government.
Until you pay us, the Evergiven may not leave, says the Suez Canal Authority. Yes, we will be holding on to the Evergiven. It's our view that there was no wrongdoing on the part of the Suez Canal Authority or its 2 pilots, and it was all the crew of the Evergiven.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. So their ship will be held until the parent company agrees to rightfully pay us for all of the costs incurred. Ruh-roh. Now, here's where things get very complicated, and there is a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo.
Oh my god! Like earlier, I was talking about how this was just as much cinema as the Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard trials. Actual footage.
Is this? The Suez Canal Authority says, "Dear Evergiven owners, you owe us $900 million." And show a...
Well, time for them to start a donathon. By the way, guys, I'm starting a donathon for a very similar reason. So if you guys want to support me in the near future,
Your
join my
fat
donathon.
ass getting stuck in the washing machine does not constitute the same as blocking up the Suez Canal.
Why are you like this? I'm just a sassy bitch. I'd never make fun of you and your weight. Why have you got to make fun of mine? I know I got a fat ass, but you haven't got to point it out.
Kisan Kaisha says, "No way. How many yen is that? No way." So by April 13th, some of the crew was allowed to leave, but a lot of them have to stay. And there's a certain nervousness in the air. Large legal battles can go on for a while, and there was already a bad example of this just a few dozen kilometers away.
God, could you imagine that? The ship that you were piloting as like a 1-month stint just becomes your home forever.
Hey, the MV Aman.
Oh, shit!
Yep.
The
Yep, it's
MV
still
Aman
there.
is a much smaller vessel, and it has been abandoned for years, detained by the Egyptian government in 2017 for expired safety equipment.
Oh.
Now, they were told to replace the equipment and pay a fine. However, there was no one to replace the safety equipment or to pay the fine because the shipping company went broke.
$900, dude.
So they just abandoned the vessel. There was no way for the legal situation to advance. And that meant that there was no way for the ship
You know, on a scale of scary places to be, you know, haunted houses, haunted mansions, your mum's place after I'm done with them, a ghost ship would be horrifying. Like the amount of noises, like what was that game that came out? The one where you're a Scottish and you're out on an oil rig and you gotta fix the lecky. That one.
Oh, the one that we played and you screamed
Yeah,
through.
that one. Like, that game instilled the fear of God in me for being on the open ocean and that kind of stuff. Like, ghost ships are horrifying.
to be
So,
released.
I have
Most
an
of the
idea.
crew had before a judge finally decided, all right,
13 months!
just leave the keys with one guy. We'll call him the custodian, and everybody else can go home. Now, that custodian was a Syrian man named Muhammad Aisha.
Poor guy. You just live here now. Yeah, you just live here. Imagine being like, okay, we know you have a family, wife, and kids. They're no longer your family, wife, and kids. Mr. Abdul has taken them as their property. Your property now, however, is this ship. Congratulations, you live here.
Look, he's holding the keys. He's holding the keys. You have to stay on the ship now. Everybody else got to leave, but he had to stay. On top
Oh
of
my
the
god, I
13
love the fact
months
that
he'd
anyone
already
who's
been there.
anyone who's part of the ship, part of the crew, is colorized. Everyone else is like, yeah, we get pixels again.
He spent the next 3 years aboard the ship.
Oh my
Quickly,
god.
the ship ran out of fuel, which meant it ran out of power, which meant it ran out of running water. No refrigeration either. Food ran out. Every few days, Mr. Aisha would be allowed to swim onto the shore to get food, water, charge his phone, but he was only permitted for
like
about
prison!
2 hours until they would tell him to scoot.
Oh my
Would
god,
this
that's
be
savage.
the same fate for the Ever Given crew? They did not.
No, because the president forgot to call off the MiGs, and an inbound MiG-42 is about to drop its fat load on this thing.
No. But we do, so let me tell you. A few more weeks passed, and the negotiations continued. You guys had those 2 bickering pilots. Yeah, but the captain's always in charge. So who didn't arrange for tugboats while we were going through the canal? Oh, that was you guys. I'm gonna put 20,000 containers on one of the largest ships in the world and go double the speed limit, then complain about tugboats. But eventually, they all got together in a big room, and they went, I'm sorry about all those things I said.
Voidless in the chat just basically voiced this thing of, is all of this necessarily legal? In the words of Star Wars.
I mean, it is, unfortunately, which is really fucked up.
And those emails I sent, I didn't mean it. I was tough on you as well. They embraced. They made amends.
I think internet historians like inflecting a bit of
They
like
made
homoeroticism.
And they agreed.
Okay, I was maybe joking.
Literally mid-sentence.
Oh my god.
All right, you can keep using the canal, but sometimes we get to go fishing on the boat. That's fair. That's tough, but that's fair. They shook on it. It was an Egyptian handshake. They do the thing with the elbow.
What Mr. Dude over here didn't realize is that he pissed on his hand before he shook hands.
Oh, there was a mummy.
Of course there was. It's their story. You know, I'm gonna throw a cap on that. Yeah, I could believe the funny dance. I could believe them like making out and kissing and having man babies together. But the mummy, that's where I draw the line.
This story sucks. By September, the crew
I'm so
was
glad we
allowed to
waited
return
more than a year to get
They
this.
only got MV Amand a little bit. And that guy on the MV Amand, he got to go home too.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Why not? Get out of here, you scamp. The Ever Given made its delivery to Rotterdam. They did it. All the cargo is here.
Yeah.
Although, it
What even was the cargo? Was it even worth it?
wouldn't hurt to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Campbell continued his career in shipping. It wasn't the end. Maybe just one more for the road.
Jesus.
It's a great time to be a cargo ship captain. I can tell you that much. Al Said returned the Lunexicon back to the Sphinx. Thank you, old friend.
Oh my god.
And the Ever Given had some minor repairs done
Oh,
to the bow
shit.
over in Qingdao Port in China. And then she was ready to set sail
Good
again.
job. I guess they really did spit on that thing.
The Ever Given was released back into the wild.
I wonder if it's still going.
It sailed into the sunset.
Oh.
Ever since then, global trade has improved. Prices
That's not true.
have gone down.
That's
the
also not true.
economy flourished once again.
No.
Food returned to the super.
Okay, of all of this entire video, this is the part that's most likely to be gaslighting.
This is absolutely the gaslight part.
Mothers clutched their babes. A litter of puppies.
Puppies! Okay, you know what? It's okay. World economy's fucked. I don't care. Puppies.
Was finally restored.
It's because
to the Middle East.
Sorry. Bark.
The end.
Oh, fuck off. Wow! Wow, that was an
Thanks
amazing
again
video.
to Saley, the easy way to get data on your phone when you're overseas. And 15% off? Now that's a
Guys,
good deal.
I hope you all had a good time watching this. This was a 1.5 hour video that has been in recording for 2.5 hours. Tia, for some reason.
Not my fault. Not my fault. Don't you
so
dare
if you
put
enjoyed
this
it,
one
like
on
and
me.
subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!